Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back again with another race, and this time it is Division 2 for their last race before the Melbourne Grand Prix this weekend. And it's been a fantastic week of racing with Division 2. We've seen six. I got a bit carried away there. 6 different winners win these races, and are we going to see a 7th on the horizon tonight? That is the question. A few new names as well, and a few returning names, which is going to be very, very good. We've got a fun-filled night for you all tonight for Division 2. Full quality, full racing, 20 on the grid. And you are joined by myself in the comms box. And you are joined by the man who you may absolutely love his voice. It is the Division 6 driver of McLaren, Mr. Thunderballs.
Hey, SJ, how are you going tonight?
I'm good, mate. I'm a bit pumped for this as well.
Bit excited. So we just come off the tail end of the Div 4 race here at Abu Dhabi, and what a cracker that was. And we're going to see the Div 2 boys rip it up. And it's going to be a good showdown tonight, I reckon. We've got Yuki Bear and Dale, 1 and 2, and then Kachow had a really, really strong showing last week, bringing home the race win. So it'll be great to see what happens tonight.
Yeah, no, definitely. This is one of the divisions which we probably say is the most competitive division of all of the divisions. But I do agree, and I somewhat disagree. I believe that Division 5 is definitely one to watch out for, and also 3 as well. And we've had some fantastic races. And yeah, like I said, we're going into 6 different winners going into this race, so we could see a 7th on the horizon, and it's going to be fantastic. I just cannot wait for this to kick off. It's such a fantastic division, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's definitely a very competitive div. As we're starting to see drivers get to the track, what do you think is going to be the benchmark time here in Q1?
Well, we saw 23s and 4. I reckon we should see maybe 22s probably to start off with, but I could be completely wrong. Maybe 21-8 maybe could be the benchmark. We've got a few guys on the mediums, but before we go through that, before I do answer the rest of your questions, I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight on who is on the grid tonight. So we've got Zenitsu in the Ferrari, winless bench reserving for McLaren. And the big one is Mr. Roller is out of this race tonight. That's very unfortunate. We hope he's okay. And everything going on in the Cyclone. So, yeah, he will be missing out tonight. That's unfortunate. We've then got Dante in the kick. We've got Sprain Apples in the RB Visa Cash App. We've got Coda, who did a fantastic race the other night in the reserve program at Zandvoort. Now he's going to have an opportunity tonight, what he can do on the grid. With his teammate of Limitless Draco as well. We've got Lamb as well, who has not had the best of few races the last few weeks, so it'll be interesting to see if he can put himself back up into the top 5 or even onto the podium. We've then got Hado as well in the Haas. We've then got Yuki Bear in the Merc. We've got Wifmatif reserving up from Division 3 2-2, as they do have a long break week, and we will not see them until, I think, the 18th of March. So they've got a bit of a break. Aussie 2K in the Haas. We'll have to see how he goes tonight. We've got Mr. Bevs in the McLaren. Aiden as Raiden, who's had some very fantastic results in the last few weeks in the Alpine. Mr. JDMI, Mr. Thunder in the Aston Martin. Oscar Piastri Go is back in the Mercedes. He's definitely going to have some redemption, and definitely one to watch out for. He's got some serious pace. Kamikaze as well has got some serious pace, but if he gets damage on that car, then yeah, it's an uphill struggle. So, but he's got some serious pace, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do in quality as well. We've got Kachow, who won last week. Is he going to be able to take out the double and win the next one? We'll have to wait and see tonight. We've got One Truth in the Alpine. Salt for my chips. Love that name. He is in the Aston. He is reserving for the Aston and also stepping in for his TP of Watanabe, who is unfortunately had power cuts all day. That's why you saw me as the Division 4 manager, and I'm also the Division 2 manager again tonight. And then we've got the main man who's hosting this lovely night tonight for you all, Mr. Shifty Whizzer, known as Mr. Whizzer, and also known as Drive to Survive owner. That is your grid. Back to you, Thunderballs.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an action-packed evening. There are a couple of new names here. Um, Unfortunately, Roll is feeling the effects of Hurricane or Cyclone Alfred. And we do got a couple of stand-ins. Thanks to those guys for joining in, and let's hope it's a good race.
Yeah.
Let's see, who do we got on laps at the moment?
I'm going to let
We got Zenitsu. He's already pulled a 1:23.314 to start on the mediums. And everybody's just kind of taking their time, setting their base lap to get everything going, I reckon.
I'll let you jump on board with Aiden as Raiden. So it's over to you, Thunderballs, for a flying lap of Aiden as Raiden in the Alpine.
All right. See, we're going into turn 1 here. And let's make sure we don't catch too much curb because it can unsettle the car and take it wide. No, he's all good. Going up through the S-bends up to turn 3, where exit is key. Coming through turn 3, the smoother you can take that, the better off you're going to be as you rip it down the long straight here in Abu Dhabi. This is a track that has everything. Everything. It's got the long straights, it's got short straights, it's got tight turns, it's got fast turns. It's really good. So we see him get up to about 326 Ks before he breaks it in. See the chicane through turn 5, now back on the second DRS straight. It's arguably a straight, it's a bit of a curve. And he takes that carousel turn beautifully in 5th gear, ripping it through that racing line and the quali line, down through the double left-hander. It's really easy to invalidate here. The track undulations. Oh, and he's done exactly that. And that's what I was just getting ready to say. The track undulations through the double left-hander before the last 2 turns can really unsettle the car and throw it way out as you come out. And that's what we have just seen with Aiden as Raiden. Unfortunately, he's invalidated his lap time. And he didn't come into the pit straight away, so he might have enough fuel for another lap. And then we'll see what happens next go-around.
Yeah, very easy to invalidate.
In the meantime, we got Piastri Goat, who's just set a 1:22.866. So he's on pole at the moment, and Dale answered with a 1:22.982, but on 3-lap-old mediums.
Yeah, it's he's obviously definitely trying to get those tyres up to temp at the moment, and we do see that very easily. Invalidations in that sector, especially getting onto that blue strip. You do not want to be getting on that blue strip. Very easy to invalidate there as Matif takes up into P3 with a 1:23.242. Strong feeling the Williams are going to do well tonight. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Sick Buddy, you've been fantastic so far in Division 6, and you've been able to take it to the joys of Division 6 drivers. Am I seeing a retirement here from Oscar Piastri? Deciding to retire already on a 1:22.866. Wow. Very
That
confident.
is a bit of a statement. Yeah, he's really confident. We'll see how that plays out. We saw here about the track ramping up towards the end of quali for Div 4. That is a pretty strong time, but interesting that he's decided to retire with 6 cars not setting a time yet.
Yeah, and we're seeing some times come up at the moment. We've got 5 different drivers, well, apart from 2 double Mercedes. We saw a very, very strong performance from Division 4 earlier on in McLaren. Mercedes are definitely going to have to push in tonight to see how they go. This is going to be a track which is going to ramp up throughout the sessions of Q1, 2, and 3. And at the moment, we've got 5 guys with Kamikaze, Yuki Bear, with Matif and Dale, Bevs and Oscar Piastri deciding to retire early. We've got Zenitsu on an outlap as well. We've got a Ferrari there in P6. Kachao is just about to finish his time or start a time. We'll have to wait and see there. We've got One Truth. Still a lot of guys. Few guys in the pits. The 2 Williams guys in the pits. Still guys coming out. Dante pushed itself up into P2.
Dante, yep.
Kick Sauber showing of what they've got tonight, Mr. Thunderballs, or shall I say Thunderbirds?
Thunderbirds. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching Dante's lap, and he picked up a really good toe from With Matif down the long straight there, and he definitely picked up a lot of time coming through. So it'll be interesting to see, are the teams going to identify that that's an area for improvement against a solo lap? Or are they going to say, you know what, guys, this is all on you. go out there and set it solo. I think the team game is the one to play here.
Okay, we'll have to wait and see. We are going to have to wait and see. Plenty of things to happen in this qualifying session. Plenty of things to happen in this race. This is just qualifying. We ain't even up to the race yet, and I'm already pumped for it. I can't wait. 8 minutes to go. We've still got Spry, Lamb, Kachow, One Truth, and Shifty all to set times. Everyone in the top 3 are in the 22s, then it's 23s from P4 all the way down to P14, and then we've only got one car that's in the 24s at the moment. So, yeah, this is looking likely. This is going to be a fantastic qualifying session for some of these guys. Got comments coming in. Use your comments. Use your channel points. Remember, 90,000 points now picks the next track for Season 9. So if you have got 90,000 points, and feel free to use those points and select the track that you want for Season 9 calendar. So far, we have Jeddah round 1 and Monaco round number 2 going into Season 9. Bit of an interesting statement there for those two tracks, Thunderbolts. I hate Jeddah and I'm a fan of Monaco, so yeah, all the best.
Oh, look, I quite like Jeddah. When it comes to Monaco, though, in the bin. In the bin. Look at Spry. Spry just setting it down with a 122.825. And as you were just talking, SJ, Kachow also set a time at a 122.868. So they are starting to come through pretty quick. And we'll see if that retirement pays dividends. I don't know. I think it's a bit too early, but we'll find out. It comes down to strategy at the end of the day.
Yep, it is. I'm going to jump on board for a flying lap of Lamb because he's got Shifty right behind him. So we are going to see the toe from the Williams going into turn 2. Gets a little bit wide there, keeps within the track limits. As we see, Lamb's got some serious pace, and so has his teammate Shifty Wizard. They're going to be very hard to beat in this race, but we'll have to see how their times are going to go. Coming in to the nice little hairpin there, coming over to the right-hand side, getting onto the DRS, burning a little bit of the ERS there. Still got Shifty behind him, so they're using the toe very nicely done here. The question is going to be, obviously, the overtakes. Are you going to overtake through the first DRS or the second? That's going to be the question. Coming through to the chicane, onto the left, onto the right, getting onto the curb, get a good exit as much as you can over to the right left-hand side, using the left-hand side of the track with the DRS there. Burning a lot of ERS there from Lamb, only 14% going into Sector 3. Purple in Sector 2, but that was disappeared very quickly, so it could be Shifty, could have it behind him. Coming into the last couple of corners, you've really got to take this to timing here, keeping it onto the curb. Don't push too far over to the right-hand side. Very tight there. I think he's lost a little bit of time. A very tight turning there. He's keeping over to the left-hand side. What's it going to be for Lamb coming around the final corner, keeping very nice within track limits and goes pole position with a 122.633. 2 tenths quicker than Spry in P2. And his teammate, the Shifty Wizard, with a 122.955 with their first lap of the night. Very impressive there by the Williams.
That was absolutely awesome to watch. That was a full lap tow, which kind of went against the grain of just towing along that long straight on the backside of the track. But the full lap tow, that worked amazingly well. Lamb on pole. It is Q1, but that is an absolutely respectable time that was put down by both him and Shifty. So it'll be interesting to see how the other teams respond.
No, yeah, definitely. At the moment, we've got Hado on the lap. He's in Sector 2. Let's see if he's improving his time. 40 people tuning in tonight for Division 2. Tune in for more action tomorrow night, as well as we do have Division 5 kicking it off. And then obviously on Tuesday, we have Division 6. I think we may have the reserve program. I'm going to have to double check on the calendar to see if it can be done. We'll have to wait and see. If not, then they will be on a week. And then we've got a week's break, so everyone can just chill and relax. But let's have a look how Hado's going to do. Down in P15, actually in the drop zone at the moment. If he doesn't pick up the pace. Let's have a look. Comes into the pits. Not happy.
Into the pits.
Interesting from the Haas team. P15, P16, not the night for them tonight. And also Red Bull, P14 and P18. And we know that Limitless has got some serious pace. And Aiden is Raiden as well. He is on a lap. He's a 10th up on his time. I think this is going to be very close because I'm looking at these times, and you've got 9 in the 22.
1 second.
And every single
1 second.
Well, every single other driver is in the 23s from P9.
Yep.
Down.
But let's just point this out. There's 1 second from P1 to P20.
Wow. And who said we didn't get the evals right? Hey, Thunderballs?
That's it. This is a tight grid. Tight like a tiger, some would say. This is going to be interesting to see what happens as the time goes on. Now we're coming up to the 3-minute mark. So are we going to start to see the Devils roll out of the pit lane? I think it's going to be an interesting call as to see who goes when. Because the worst thing that could happen here is impeding.
Well, there's another 22
and
there.
Aiden is Raiden has just put it down, a 1:22.855. That was an amazing lap by him. Well done.
Yeah, Windless is benched now in the McLaren. He's down in there in P18. He's on the lap. What's he going to do? Is he going to improve? Let's have a look. Let's have a look indeed. He's got some big shoulders to fill with MJ Roll. MJ Roll has been phenomenal in Division 2 and a big loss tonight for McLaren. But Windless bench, let's see how he goes. Going to Sector 3 at the moment in the 23.469s. Dante's decided to retire. Oscar retired ages ago. Only dropped down into P4. Kachow is now gone as well.
Kachow.
So they're happy. Spry's gone. What is Windless
Yep.
bench going to do? This is probably going to be his last shot. Let's have a look. He's not burned anything. He's actually used all of his deploy there. Coming across the line, does a 22. No. Down in P18.
1:23.8.
Windless bench is out of Q1.
Well, he's still got enough time to get around. The question will be, is there enough fuel in the car?
We'll have to wait and see.
That's going to be key.
We'll have to wait and see. Just getting ready for the chat there to put
we
in.
We got Salt on a lap. Salt for my chips. What a name.
Yeah, it's a great name, isn't it?
It certainly is. So he's just started into Sector 2. I didn't manage to quite catch the split time to see if he's up, but we'll find out as they approach the entry to Sector 3. It's currently up by 1/4 of a second, so 0.266 up. It does look like he needs to put his foot down a bit more to gain a bit more time coming through, though, as we see the two Red Bulls, who they're doing a towing out lap at the moment. So they're looking to start a lap as well.
Oh, Salt's out. Salt's gone. Salt is out of... Oh, hang on. Sorry. I've just got to do that. Yep, Salt's gone. So there you go. We've lost Salt. Kamikaze's retired. Down in P15. Ooh, could be a drama here. A very quick driver last week. Done fantastic. It was Zandervoort, sorry. And he could be going out. Oh, he's crashed out. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't see that. We missed that. Are we going to see both Hasses go out of Q1? This is drama. We've already seen Soul out. Limitless down there in P19. You never thought that. Windless bench has got one more opportunity to go. He's going to be running low on fuel, but how much fuel has he got? That's going to be the question. Because at the moment...
Well, see, this is really interesting because you got Windless bench, who's essentially towing Dale Beveridge, who's essentially towing Hato. This almost looks like a full-pace race, a 3-car lineup. And it'll be really interesting to see what happens towards the end of this.
Ozzy's out.
Because I think they're too close together. There it is. So it was a tow for Dale, and then releasing Dale and Hato. So that was good to see from Windless. It's unfortunate that he's out, but good to see him still help the teammate there. But let's see what these Red Bulls do. It looks like they're both up on their times at the moment. And we'll see. I have to see where they cross the line, but will they have enough in the tank to make it through to Q2?
Well, yeah.
I think Limitless Draco is going to be pushing it. He was only a 10th up when I checked last.
We've got Coda in P14. Looks like he's going to improve. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Coda.
Yeah, Coda 122.8.
Wow.
But Limitless is... Salt for my chips.
And JD, my funder's gone.
He was
down
just...
there. Wow.
JDI is out as well. Oh, no.
JDI and Kamikaze.
We are seeing the opposite of what we saw a little while ago with the Aston Martins, unfortunately. Both Astons out in Q1. Unfortunate scenes for that garage. And I'm sure there'll be discussions on strategies moving forward to bring them up in the race, because we know they both have pace. And Aussie 2K, unfortunately, doesn't set a time good enough to get into Q2. And that looks like we are set to go into Q2.
Yeah, we are. I'm shocked. Look at that. Both Astons we saw earlier on in Division 4. Absolutely fantastic night for them. And tonight, not the best of nights, already out in Q2, in Q1, in Division 2. Not the best stats there at all, and a little bit of drama there. But if you're tuned in with us tonight, qualifying 1 Q1, Dale Benz takes pole position with a 122.578. We've got Lamb in the Williams with a P2 there with a 122.633. You got Hado there with a 122.745. That's your top three. But who is going out? We've got Soccer Chips, Winners Bench, Aussie 2K, JDMI, and Kamikaze are all out of Q1. And we're going to have some interviews coming in now to hear what they've got to say. And that's really unfortunate. So, I'll let you take it away. But Kamikaze and the Visa Cash App. Over to you, Thunderbolts.
All right, Kamikaze, can you just explain to us what happened there? Did you clip a turn a little bit too much? Did the car just not have the pace you were expecting? What happened?
I had the pace. I said it looked okay time in the mediums, but I don't know. Turn one, that is the worst corner on this calendar for me. I've had like 4 spins in this game in a race there. First time in a quali. I don't know, just got too much curb, lost the car and hit the wall on my last lap. You know, I knew I had good pace here. Definitely could have made it to Q3, but it's unfortunate. This is what it is. Just got to hunker down and just focus on the race. Just try and make up positions.
That's it. It is a long race. It's 29 laps, so it's definitely not going to be won on the opening turn. And it's just a matter of strategy and pace. And it's good to hear that you have the pace. And it's just about working with your teammate now to bring everything forward, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And it helps them running lower wings. So I found in this game you got to run lower wings to, make those spots in the DRS trains. So, I'm not too bothered. Like I think I'll make my way up to the front. Just gotta have some luck and just drive well.
Yep. Well, good luck to you, mate, and hope everything goes well for you out there and a good, clean race.
Thanks, guys.
Anything else, Jay?
Yeah, Kamikaze, obviously just very unfortunate to see you go out. I think someone said you crashed out on track. It was a very, very impressive qualifying time last week in Zandvoort. When we know you've got the pace, you've improved absolutely massive compared to when I first met you and got involved through obviously Bevs. And I know you've got the pace, but this division is seriously quick. How do you feel that what your strategy is going to bring to get through the pack? As we saw in Division 4 tonight, it was mental, gotta say.
Yeah, I'm thinking of, look, I don't care if I tell my strat on stream, but I'm thinking of going the hard tyre and maybe go long and maybe pray for a safety car. But yeah, like I said, I'm not too worried. Just gotta try and make some clean passes and not do anything dumb, because as you said before when you met me, I was used to do dumb things all the time and learning the game. But that should be fun. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's got to move on, I guess.
Just remember, you can't go through cars, all right? I'm just going to let you know
I'll
that.
try not to.
All right, because people go, is it ghosting?
It's all in the name,
like,
boys.
Oh
Kamikaze, you just go through things,
Just remember, there is no ghosting. You can't go through cars. We've had that question before.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was ghosting.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, I knew it was ghosting. There's no ghosting. It's all good.
No, well, we'd be interested to see. How do you think your teammate's going to go? Spry, he's a bit of a dark horse. He's not had the best of seasons. We know he's got the pace. He drives a lot with Lamb and Shifty and some other guys as well as Whiff and Yuki. So he's up there, but it's looking like he's got some serious times tonight. Do you think this is a track for him tonight?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I think. Yeah, I've seen his pace in another league, and he was up the front. So and that was against some reputable drivers like myself and Yuki and Dale. That was last season. So I know he's got the pace and he can do it. Yeah, just gonna have to work together, and he'd be probably way ahead of me at the start, but yeah, no, he's a good teammate to have, and I'm sure he'll do really well tonight.
All right, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But no, all the best on your strategy on the hards. No, but plays off for you.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Thanks, boys.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Got JF7 in there. I'll take this one and I'll let you take the next questions away. JF7 or JD or whatever you want to be called, mate. Please tell me now so I don't get it wrong for the rest of the night.
I think JD is fine. I know my name is pretty long, so
I'll just different names, JD's mate. You got 3 different names. It's JD, JDMI, Mr. Thunder, and then JF7 in Discord. It's like, which one do you want? Which one do you not want? We'll go with JD then.
Yeah.
Real complete difference from obviously what we saw in Division 4 early on with Ricardo and Master Suck straight out of Q1. Can you give us a bit of a heads up what happened? Didn't look comfortable out there tonight for the Astons, or just not a track that you're keen on?
Yeah, I think the setup, the track, just everything about it, I'm not very confident. So yeah, with the qualifying, we tried to do toe, but it wasn't right.
Oh, okay. So you were trying to toe and it just didn't work, didn't come into tuition.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It is such a shame. How do you feel about the track, though? Obviously, your strategy is going to change completely. And how do you feel going into this race? Obviously, you are starting probably not as probably where you want to be. How do you feel you're going to go in the race?
I feel I'll do okay. I don't feel very confident, to be honest. I know that I'll definitely be safe around drivers, not try and do too many moves to make more risks, and just try to get into points.
That looks like that could be the main aim tonight. So, all right. Well, I wish you all the best, and I will pass you over to Mr. Thunderballs, aka Thunderbirds.
Hey, JD. Really unfortunate to see what happened in Q1. Both Astons out. So you're saying the toe went wrong. Was it the whole lap toe, or it just didn't feel right? What didn't feel right about it?
It was mostly just going into the corner and having a car in front of me and having it not precise and correctly placed. That really just put me off, and I had to brake a bit more earlier, or I felt like I should, and yeah, that just lost me a lot of time.
Yeah, I can understand that. The dirty air from the car in front of you, and on a toe where you pick up so much speed going into those corners, and braking early, it definitely kind of throws your rhythm off. As when you doing it in practice, generally you're out there by yourself, so you work on your braking points and you make sure to hit everything just right. Adding the extra element of an extra 20 to 25 Ks can really throw you out. I hope the race goes well for you. You've got some ground to make up, and just have a cool drink in the garage there, and come back out, have a little bit of a team talk, and smash it out tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. We've had a few of the guys coming in, which is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate night for the Astons. It's a swing of roundabouts, isn't it? How things can change very, very quickly. To
100%. The ebb and flow of what can happen on the track. It was really interesting to listen to JDI talk there. You can tell his confidence is totally rattled. I hope at the Aston Garage they have a bit of a chat and get the nerves to settle a bit. I know when I came out for my first couple of races, my TP had a good chat with me to get my nerves to settle down, and it was a lot of, I almost want to say breathing technique to a point, because when you lose your confidence, that's pretty much everything as a racing driver, and it shows on track. So, got to build that back up and come out strong for the race, I reckon.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. There's going to be some serious battles on this grid tonight that we can definitely see, and some serious pace here. As changing it up there, we've got Zenitsu with a 123.009. And then Hado with 123.056 and Dale Bears with 123.064. So the difference between Dale and Hado tonight is incredibly close. And then you've got the two Williams of Shifty and Lamb. So is this going to be the first time we see Shifty on the podium this season? It's this division. Look at this. Look, every single one of these drivers is going to be in the 23s. If Limitless Draco puts on a good lap, he'll put 23s. We are going to have every single driver in the 23s. So how the heck do you get through? You've got P10 is only going to make it through. Oscar, Coda, and Dante, and Aiden's Raiden, Limitless Draco are all going out. And what names to say going out of Q2? That's insane.
Well, see, the interesting thing about the first thing that you said with Oscar Piastri Goat is I think he just helicoptered it on the last turn. I think he just put a spin in. It was just suddenly, he was on a lap, and then when he came across the line, he was 8.5 seconds up, and he looked like he stalled out on turn 15. And I don't know what happened. I didn't manage to catch it. But yeah, it definitely looked like something happened.
Well, we're gonna have to
and we've got Hado on a lap at the moment. But yeah, you're right. We're gonna see the 122s. It's gonna happen. It's how far low and how far down in the 22s will they go? But you see, everybody's playing possum in the garage right now, just waiting for that time.
Are we gonna see a 122 in Q3 on every car? That's going to be the next one, because this is incredibly close.
Oh!
20.
Sorry, Hado just invalidated.
So,
and he was up.
He'll not be happy with that.
So he's bringing it into the pits.
He's
got to get everything going again and get back out there ASAP, I reckon.
Yep. Wasting a set of tyres. It doesn't look like he's going to have another driver to help him with the tow. We're going to have the two Ferraris that can hold the opportunity for a tow. The two Williams, an opportunity for a tow. Unfortunately, one McLaren that's on his own there. We've got the two Kicks, an opportunity for a tow. The two Mercs there for an opportunity of a tow. The two Alpines for an opportunity of a tow. And on one Visa Cash App for a tow, and the two Red Bulls. So a lot of two teams still left in this qualifying session, going into around about 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. But Zenitsu is the one leading the way at the moment. And, can anyone pip him? Kachow, his teammate there in P6. Are we going to see any tows? Do you think we're going to see any tows from any of the teams? We are seeing the two Williams go at it again. They've got to get this right. If they don't get this right, they could be heading out of Q2.
We're definitely going to see that tow. That tow is coming into play right now. So the interesting thing is we got both Kicks here in Q2, but we saw Whiff Matif leave the pit lane first. So is Dante going to time it right to give Whiff a tow down the back straight? But then on the flip side of that, here's two tow strategies. We've got Williams in Shifty Wizza and Lamb, and they're doing the full lap tow. So what tow is going to be the better strat here? And it looks like Yuki and Oscar Piastri Goat, they're out there as well. And but they're not setting up a tow, or they are. They're just timing it really different compared to the other teams. It looks like both Red Bulls have taken the track, and both Ferraris are out now as well.
The question's going to be, right, is how is it going to go? Because obviously there is a lot of traffic. We're now seeing the two Kickstarters. We're going to see a on-board quest, which you're going to jump on board with, and who is going to be? Hado. Okay, so we'll jump on board with Hado when he comes out. He's in the pits at the moment, but let's keep an eye on Shifty.
He's on an outlap at the moment, so yeah.
Shifty Whizzer, he's the one. We stayed on Lamb earlier, and Shifty Whizzer's the one that's... he's actually in front of his teammate at the moment on the standings in P4. So let's have a look. See if he improves on his time. 65% on the ERS, a lot closer than they were the previous lap. So they've probably learned from that. They need to be a little bit closer. Question is, you don't want to be too close going into, obviously, the next DRS zone. You want to be able to try and time it to perfection here. But let's have a look at the two Williams. P4 and P5. This is a very good start for them. They've driven with each other before. What we're going to see here, we'll have to wait and see. But keep on board the two Williams drivers. As Shifty Whizzer is 2.5 temps up. So he is looking at a 22. This is a 22 for Shifty at the moment.
That's right.
Matif puts
There
him
it
in
is.
22.
With
There you go.
122.946. So we're starting to see him here in Q2. I knew it was going to happen. It's just a matter of that track ramping up.
Yep, we are about to see it. What's Shifty Whizzer going to do on the final corner? Here we go. He's got his teammate of Lamb. Lamb
He's
in
got
P6.
Paul.
Shifty Whizzer in P5. Here we go. Coming around the final corner. What's Shifty Whizzer going to do? Is he going to take pole position? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He takes P2. The two Williams are P1 and P2. There's 4 temps between Shifty and Lamb. That is a very, very impressive time there from Lamb. A 122.132, and we're going to jump on board with Hado for his flying on board. And well, look at this, he's getting the toe off the McLaren.
He is, and I don't know how I feel about this. Unbiased hat removed, but yeah. So I think he's a bit close, but we'll find out. Dale does carry a lot of pace, but Hado's right behind him.
He is indeed. I don't know how
Going
this
out
is
of
gonna
turn
go.
3, everything's really smooth. They're keeping that line tight. And this is where it gets a bit scary, going into turn 4 or 5. Because it's such a tight hairpin. And you got to nail it just right. As we see a little bit of a different line. Hado going a little bit wider than Dale. But that was taken very nicely by Hado.
Well, we've still got plenty of time at the moment. Bevs is going out. One Truth is going out. Dante is going out. It looks like they're dropping. People are dropping like stones. Dante and with Matif. Are we going to see both the kicks? Have they gone too early there? P9 and P10. You got Hado and Bevs. If they drop them down, they could be going out. With Matif is out of Q2. That is it, done and dusted for With Matif. Is Dante going to get dropped out? It looks like he could be. Let's have a look here. Limitless Draco is out. What is Hado going to do? Hado goes up into P8. Dale Bevs up into P4. They're through. Limitless Draco is out. What about Aiden's Raiden? Is he going to be able to push it through? Zenitsu gets out as well. So they're all dropping like flies. So we've got Zenitsu out as well, which is really...
Oh, Aiden is Raiden just put it down with a 122.5.
Wow.
Pushing him up to P5, which pushes Coda down as well.
We've got Coda. Coda is out, and that means we've got Coda and both kicks out of Q2. So Dante is out, and that is that's everyone. That is everyone out. So we're gonna put some breaking news there. So breaking news.
So Red Bull and
Both-
Kick eliminated in Q2.
Both kick cars out in Q2. Don't we just love these little headlines? Love those little headlines coming in there. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, both kicks are out. Bevs, I love you. I'm not going to pronounce all of that, what you've just said there, Hado, but I'm glad that you're very, very happy. Lamb taking P1 with a 22.132. Behind him, very closely, is Kachow with a 122.229. Oscar Piastri in the Merc with a 122.332. They are your top 3. Out of Q2 is Coda, Zenitsu, Dante with Matif, and Limitless Draco. That's some big names. That's some big names that have gone out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here in Q3. So we've got both Williams, both Mercs, and both Alpines. So that leaves 4 remaining drivers. Do those 4 drivers that are riding solo here in Q3 go, let's buddy up for this and try and get past these teams? Because as we've seen, the toe here is such an advantage. And I don't think you're gonna be on pole without a toe.
Mm.
I can be proven wrong, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, we're going to have some interviews very, very soon. I've got a message coming in. Rush Racing League Realistic then. Official brands. What do you mean by your comment? Let me know in the comments, mate. I was just trying to reply. Yeah, but well, yeah, I don't understand what he means realistic then. A bit confusing.
Oh,
But
because you said both kicks out in Q2.
oh, right. Is that
So
referring to my
yep.
message? Okay.
Yeah,
No, I was wondering.
correct. Yep.
Yeah, all good. Well, it is probably realistic, but we have got both of the kicks in the chat. So I'll take it over to you, and you can take it with Dante first, Mr. Thunderbirds.
Sounds good. Dante, how you going, mate? So what happened there in Q2? Was it just you not pulling through in the turns well enough for you? Was it the toe not good? What happened?
I mean, zero practice at all. No time trial laps doesn't really help, but that lack of practice kind of led to me forgetting a few things, like where to burn and, bias change. And I sort of locked up into the chicane, and then from there it was just shocking. Sector 3 was quite under the limit, and yeah, got distracted.
Yeah, definitely that can happen. Practice is key. That's a bold admission to make with your team principal in the comms box right now. But hopefully everything goes well for you in the race. Oh yeah,
he knows it already. I made it clear.
But hopefully everything goes well for you in the race, and those kinks kind of get ironed out, and a bit of muscle memory comes back as you take laps on the track. And pass you over to SJ.
Yeah, obviously we've had some big things happen this season with drivers going in and out of quali. Obviously the Red Bulls have not had the best of seasons with that situation, and then obviously you've now joined the party. So are you saying practice is the key that got you knocked out, or not a fan of the track? Right, how you feeling? Because we did see you and Whiff work together, but it seemed like you went a little bit too early and the guys went a little bit later, and that obviously gained them a bit more momentum on their time on the track than you guys did. Would you say that's some of the reasons why you went out?
We tried to plan like a slipstream where one was on the out lap, the other was on a fast lap, and then we switched around. But it worked out to start with when I gave Whiff the slip, but then when he gave it to me, I was a bit panicked, and he sort of put me off by going straight into the corner. So I don't blame him for it. I probably should have given him more communication, but it is what it is. It's only quali.
A lot of things can happen in the race, and what we're seeing in Division 4 tonight, this looks like it's going to be an absolute epic race. So wish you all the best. Hopefully strategy works to a T and you have a good result, and all the best.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, all right, well, we're going to head over to the other driver of Kick, because with Latif, obviously you've got to still be happy with that. You are Division 3, you are reserving up tonight. These guys are on another level. But obviously, your driver there, of Dante, saying he's not done enough practice. What was your situation tonight? Do you think you went a little bit too early on the toe there? Do you think you should have gone a little bit later? That might have changed things up a bit.
I think we did it all right. We could have done like both of us on a flying lap, both gone out pits at the same time, but we thought that would work better. Like Dante said before, I tried to give him a bit of a slipstream down the straight. Coming up to the chicane, I went straight to give him that little bit of extra time, and we kind of panicked, and he got put off from that, so it's probably my bad. But we'll make it up in the race.
Well, I'm going to have to wait and see, because...
Still love you, Whiff.
Love you, Dante.
Yeah, well, we love that. We love that. We love that. But obviously, probably a little bit frustrated. But no, is it a track that you enjoy? With is it a track that you feel that you can do quite well, or is it going to be difficult now from where you're starting?
I mean, this far back, it's always going to be pretty difficult. But yeah, me and Dante, we're close to each other on track, so we can try to work together for most of it. But yeah, it might come back and bite us with the pit stops or anything like that.
Oh, anything can happen here. We've seen a lot happen tonight in Division 4. So, yeah, I'll let Thunderbirds take it away with any questions he's got.
Hey, Whiff. It's good to hear that you're a bit lenient on the no practice thing, but yeah, you've reserved up going from Div 3 to Div 2 tonight, and as you saw, or as we saw earlier in the Div 4 race, anything can happen, from early safety car to late safety car, or you can have both and then one in the middle. So anything can really happen on this track. It all comes down to strategy. Do you have anything that you're willing to tell everyone what you're planning to do strategy-wise at the moment?
No. Nothing yet.
That's an absolutely fair answer. No cookies for anyone.
Yeah, I got to keep it secret. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of us will do a bit of an undercut or start on separate tires or anything like that. But I think it'll be pretty obvious once you see the tires.
Yeah, tire degradation is a big thing here in Abu Dhabi, and it absolutely eats soft tires for breakfast. The mediums go okay, and the hards go okayer. There's no tire that really sticks out as great here. So good luck to you, and I hope you guys have a good race, and bring it home for kick.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that's everyone. Unfortunately, those guys don't want to jump in, which is a bit of a shame, but maybe a bit of frustrations there. But we're going to just, we'll take you 5 minutes to go. We've got Dale Bevs with a 122.311, One Truth with a 122.491, and Spy Naples with a 122.594. I want to say something right now. Right, Thunderbirds. We've just looked at Q1, Q2, Q3, and it keeps changing at the top. You know, we've got One Truth now up there.
It does.
We've got Spry now up there. We've now got Lamb up there. Now Haydo and Shifty's down the bottom and Yuki's down the bottom. It's like, well, what's going to happen? We've got Aiden as Raiden. I think is on a lap at the moment. He's going very, very slow. No, he's just about to come into the pits. You know, who is going to take this pole position? Because Bevs is a 10th out in front at the moment. But, yeah, comms high. As you mean, too high on volume, or as in we're on a high, as in we're enjoying ourselves? Explain what you mean.
Or Coda's just saying hello.
I know.
Hi, Coda. Yeah, you know, and that's key right there. So, you know, we got Bevs up by a 10th and a little bit, like you said. And the interesting thing, though, is One Truth, who is right behind him, also has a teammate to work with. Bevs is by himself. So as this time goes on, that track progression is going to ramp up. We're going to see those times come down. We're going to see the tow pay off more. But you're right. Who is going to take pole? I think it's time for a quick chat poll. Chat, let us know in the chat box. Who do you think is going to be on pole? Is it going to be Bevs? Is he just going to stay there with his 122.311?
I can do a
Or
prediction.
is somebody else going to eclipse him?
I can try and do a prediction. But
You could do a prediction.
Very, very quick.
You can.
We'll take poll. Right, give me some names.
It's got to be fast. We've only got 3.5 minutes to go.
Bevs,
So.
We've got One Truth.
We got Spry, Lamb, Haydo.
Hang on. I can't type that quick. Haydo.
Fair enough.
Piastri.
Piastri goat.
Aiden. Sorry, Aiden. And then
Kachow.
And then
Shifty. And then Yuki Bear.
And then Yuki. Right. And you've got a minute. A minute to decide, guys.
Right.
Who is going to take pole position? There are your votes.
Let's go, chat. We got 60 seconds. Get those votes in. Throw down some channel points. Make it worthwhile.
Come on.
Bet all your excesses to make it a round number.
I want to see that
90,000.
I want to see that 90,000. I want to see someone coming with that 90,000 for track selection. I really want to see it tonight. Come on, let's see it. Stop saving those channel points. You're not going to use them for anything else. Come on, this is the big one. Pick your track for next season in season 9. That's going to be the question on a new game.
Here we go. Mercs are out the garage, and then Kachow's quick to follow. So is Kachow going to try and pick up the toe?
Williams have done it again. Williams have gone out together again. The question is, who is going to get this one? because Lamb is in P4, Shifty is in P9, and we know that he's got serious pace. So bet all
Well,
970.
it looks like Lamb is giving the toe to Shifty again. So Lamb obviously has a bit more confidence at this track.
We got some votes.
This is the second time he's given the toe.
Lamb's the favourite to get it. Well,
Lamb?
yep, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh well, he's got his teammate in sick party, and then
He would bet. Unless your brother.
Oh,
He's got to bet on him. He's got
that's
to
an
bet on him.
interesting name to say 3K on Lamb, but here we go.
All right.
But I guess he can't vote for himself, so it is what it is.
It is his
so
brother.
We'll see what happens. We got a minute and a half to go.
It's his brother, remember. So it's a bit biased.
Oh.
So we're going to allow that. And he is Williams as well.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay. Hado's one to watch out for as well. He's been extremely impressive tonight. 5K on Bez. A lot of people are putting some money on it tonight. Remember, this is not real money. It is only a bit of fun. But here we go. We've got Lamb. 5.5 attempts up on his time in P4. Keep an eye out on Shifty Wizard. These are the two. Have they gone too early? That's the question. There's a minute left in quali. That could be the problem. We saw Kick do it earlier on, and they got themselves out of Q2. Are we going to see Lamb and Shifty get themselves into Q3? Well, not into Q3, but are we going to see them take pole position or P1 and P2? What are we going to see Lamb come around the corner? What's it going to be? Lamb taking pole position. Shifty Wizard P2 on 121.986 for Shifty for Lamb, and a 122.213 for Shifty Wizard. We're going to go back through because we've now got the Alpine of One Truth, who's just about to start. Who else have we got on the lap? We've got Aiden's Raiden on the lap. Who have we got on a lap? We've got McLaren.
Everybody is on a lap at the moment.
We've just got to wait now.
That's it. We just got to wait. So the first across the line will be Yuki Bear, who I don't know if Kachow is close enough to pick up the toe. And the interesting thing is, Kachow's on a hot lap, but it looks like Piastri Goat behind him is screaming to be released.
Yeah, he is. You can see it, but can't.
But that's the unfortunate thing. You got too close.
Kachow's on a lap.
Yeah, Kachow is on a lap. That's what I'm saying. Piastri Goat got too close for the toe.
Yep.
And now it's almost like he's kind of got to hold back because he got too close to the toe on the outlap.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see.
But let's see what Yuki Bear does. He's coming through the double Fs. Getting ready to go into the penultimate and then the last right-hander.
Here we go. Crosses the line.
What's he going to cross the line at? 121? No, 122. Low 122s.
Ooh, P4. Kachow. P2.
And then Kachow, 122.035.
Piastri doesn't gain anything on that. Stays in P9. What about the Alpines?
No, I think...
One Truth. Coming around. Goes into P3. Aiden is raiding.
122.1.
Aiden is raiding. Keep an eye out on Bivs and Hado. They've been the ones to watch out for tonight. Aiden is raiding is coming around. He's got Dale and Hado right behind. There we go. Aiden is raiding. Crosses the line. Goes P7. Dale Bivs P3. Hado. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't see where Hado ended up. It happened so fast.
Wow.
Dale got a 122.1.
There we go. Well, we're about to see and find out. Well, there you go. Lamb takes P1. Kachow takes P2. Dale Bears takes P3. And unfortunately, Hado was on the mediums there. So he stays in P9. So he'll be happy with that. But just a big shout out there to Panic. He is putting in another sub there. So we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go for the train. Hype Train. Captain Billiken M. Piscu, Marzi, Maximus, and Juan Axon Mena. He has subscribed all to them. So choose your prediction and Lamb takes out the win. So if you've chose Lamb, you win 5,000 channel points. So congratulations. What an end that was to quali.
Yeah, that was an exciting end. And we knew it was going to come down to the wire. And they delivered on that. The drivers absolutely delivered. And I'm a bit puffed, to be honest. Like, that was awesome to watch. And to sneak it in with a 119, that is fast.
Yep, phenomenal. Right, 46 people tuning in tonight, tuning in for Division 2. This is the last time you're going to see these guys just for a week, so let's all get amongst it. Let's all get involved in it. There's nothing else on. I don't think there's any other leagues. I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone's on a break or due to the cyclone. I don't know. But it's 10:25 in New Zealand at the moment. It's 8:25 in Australia. We are about to get pumped and ready for some serious action of 29 laps around a fantastic track, which is in dusk conditions again. We've still not had a night race tonight. So, Thunderballs, I will let you take it away for the last time for Division 2. Over to you.
5 lights and pedal down, and away we go to turn 1. Let's see if we can keep it clean heading in. It looks like a clean release from everyone. Nobody's getting too argy-bargy in the back. And so far, a bit crowded towards the back of the pack. A couple of lines running wide, but everything looks relatively okay heading into turn 3.
Yeah, great start there. We've got 3 guys on the hards. Kamikaze, JDMI and Salt. So both Aslan's going for the strategy of the hard compound tyres. Spry up into P7, Aiden down into P8. We've then got moves going on here. With Patif is moving around. Aiden is moving around. We've got people moving around. Let's look at the front. Shifty's gone down from P4 down into Bevs and Kachow. We know how quick this guy is in the Ferrari, but how much pace has he got around here? Lamb is looking quick tonight in the Williams. Let's see how we go. We've got 1 lap out of 29 at the moment, and all 20 drivers are full, and no one is made any mistakes at the moment. Spry now up in a P6. He's making moves. Or is that One Truth? We'll have to wait and see there. Someone goes flying off the track there. Dante. Ooh, that could be an incident for the onboard steward there, as lap 1 looks like it could be a bad re-entry. I'll let you continue on Thunderballs.
Yeah, so we've seen Spry and One Truth change positions over and over again. That's really good to see. But unfortunately, One Truth has dropped down. Piastra Goat's also picked up a couple of positions, and Coda's dropped a couple. Everyone's kind of staying about the same though, so all single file so far, and we'll see everything carry on as they head up to the first DRS zone. We've got XD Lamb, who's just starting to lead the front pack way, with Kachow behind, followed by Dale, Shifty, and this is just one giant DRS train all the way through to P9.
Drama.
Hato may have got it. Oh, we got a bit of an issue down in turn 3.
Big accident.
I didn't actually catch it, but what happened? Who was involved? It looks like JDI. Windless bench. What happened?
I got the last of it there, and it seems a bit of damage. I'm trying to see. We've got Limitless Draco that seems to be involved in it. Aussie 2K seems to be involved in it. I'm keeping on board with Salt Chips. He's got no.
Yeah, it looks like Salt's got a bit of damage to his wing. So does Aussie 2K Goat.
Windless bench.
And so does Limitless Draco.
Yeah, Windless bench as well. He's got no front right plate. He's out. He's lost the front right plate. I'm looking on board with Whiff as well. Whiff has got no front right plate. All front left. He's lost everything off that kick.
Lord.
There's about 4 cars involved in the incident, so yep.
I was going to say the back 6 cars.
Yeah, JD as well. JD's lost his right rump plate.
Yeah.
And Kamikaze, no, all good there, and that's VSC. So I reckon we're going to see 4 cars come in the pits.
You reckon they're going to pull the early pit stop and then throw some freshies on and see how fast they can send it? We've already gone green, though. Yeah, we've gone green. That was a short VSC.
Problem is there's Salts on the hards, and I'm looking on board at the moment. And, yeah. Oh, Limitless Draco getting the 3 seconds already. That is not what he wants. It's not a good start.
That's gonna...
There you go. I was right. But why? Retire? Really? It's lap 3, man. Right, why? Okay. That's an interesting strategy there for Draco. Unless he's got serious sidepod damage, do not know why we are seeing retirement on that 3. Red Bull, not the best decision there tonight, unfortunately, Thunderbirds. But Kachow has taken the lead of this race. Lamb into P2. Dale Peskin very close to the back of Lamb. Shifty Wizard in that P4. We've got a nice little battle in the top 4.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to shape up to be a really close and good race for everyone. It looks like Zenitsu's fallen down a little bit. But again, we've got DRS all the way from P1 to P9. And then it picks up from P10 and the next few spots. I don't know what's going to happen with those back runners from JDI down. That's such a weird thing to say that JDI is a back runner at the moment. But with all the damage they've got to the wing, it's too early for a couple of the guys to throw on the hards, and if you're already on the hards, what do? You're going to do a 2-stopper, and that's just going to throw everything way out as far as strategy goes.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Definitely, we've got Hado coming into the pits on those mediums as well. So has he got damage to that front wing? We're just going to quickly check. How many people got involved in that incident? I can't see the front wing being changed.
Yeah, they're
Oh, it is
replacing
front
the wing on
Front
Hado as
wing's
well.
replaced. So that's 5
So
cars.
there's
5 cars been affected.
Lots of work being done at the carbon fiber shop this week.
Ooh, both kicks coming
So,
together. And reading the comments there, both kicks coming together. Dante making a mistake with, then lost it and went to hit him here. But here we go, Dale Bibbs on the left-hand side of Lamb. Lamb has lost, could lose 2 positions here, and he's battling with Bevs. Look at this, nice little battle here between McLaren and Williams. Bevs up in the P2, he's seriously got the pace at Abu Dhabi, and he's now going to get right on the back of Kachow. Kachow 24% at the moment. It's medium, all the way down from P1 to P11. And we've also got Kamikaze on those hards. Be careful of Kamikaze and JD. They are on the hards, they will go the distance. But look how close these guys are. They really have to get their braking points on point, because if not, they're losing front wings, Thunderbirds.
They absolutely are, as we've seen in the backpack. And interesting to note on that pass is Kachow could have really helped out Dale or Lamb. He could have picked and chosen who he wanted behind him. And because Dale just slotted right in behind Kachow and picked up the toe on that second DRS straight, and that enabled him to get the pass done on Lamb. So that was interesting to see. I'm not saying that Kachow moved, but definitely could have picked, because they were side by side as the DRS wings opened.
Oh, I can't believe
Now we're
that.
going into turn 3. Are we going to see Dale jump up into P1 here, and before they head into P5, T5?
I don't know. This is some fantastic
Kachow's
racing.
protecting that inside.
This is some
Back
fantastic
to
racing.
the outside.
9 cars all in the DRS. 9 cars. It's insane. And yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be before Coda gets into it, but the 2 Williams are going for the move there. Shifty makes the job done. Goes into P3. Yes, he does. Yeah, Lamb stays in behind. Kachow loses that P2. Now Bevs is into P1. There's a nice little battle there between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Everyone pretty good on ERS. Yuki Bear 92%, just staying in the wings. One Truth staying behind him. Sprine Apples down there in P7. Oscar Piastri. We've got both Mercs in P5 and P8. Both Williams in P3 and P4. And both Alpines in P6 and P9. So this is a battle of the teams tonight. And then we only got the 2 solos there of Kachow and Bevs. Look at that. You would not believe it. The Williams looking on fire. But Kachow and Bevs are the ones to catch at the moment, as Bevs is now 5.5 tenths out in front, with Kachow following very, very closely. It's very unfortunate to see Limitless Draco leave the session, but he has gone and he's retired very early, which was very interesting to see. Unless that's got side pod damage, I don't know if that's going to be looked at by the stewards, because that's a silly retirement there. On lap 3 retiring, you know, plenty of time. Plenty of time to put
We
up.
obviously don't know the circumstances which led to that, but it is a very unfortunate thing to see. As you know and I know, passion can run a little bit high sometimes when things aren't going necessarily
Lamb's
your
made a
way.
mistake.
And Lamb,
I don't know if he's been tapped there or he's made a little bit of a tank slapper, but Yuki Bear is ready to make the move. But Yuki Bear has One Truth right behind him, and then Spry, and then you've brought in Oscar. Ada's Raiden, Coda 3.2 seconds down the road. Zenitsu has got up into P10, so he's the other Ferrari coming in. And then you got Coda and then you got Kamikaze at 2.3 seconds back. So they're not that far back. And remember, we saw a safety that changed the whole dynamics of the race in Division 4. And it's looking like a great race this is going to be at the moment. All 9 cars in the DRS.
oh, it absolutely is. In this battle for P10, Zenitsu has been working hard. He's been using that battery really hard every lap, and Coda is breathing right on his neck. The unfortunate thing is Zenitsu is actually losing time to that lead pack ahead. He doesn't have the DRS. He's got to work a little bit harder to catch up. It was at about 2.7 seconds 2 laps ago, and we're up to about 3.6 at the minute. I don't know if Coda and Zenitsu are going to work together to catch that lead pack. That would be my suggestion for them, as we see Coda just throw it into none, or Zenitsu throw it into none. And yeah, they get the pass done. Coda gets passed done on him on the straight. So it'll be interesting to see if those two are going to work and piggyback each other up to that lead pack and make things a bit easier for them. But they've got Kamikaze just behind them. And Kachow has just taken the lead
Oh, the Williams are making moves.
after the chicane.
The Williams are making moves. The Williams are making moves on the McLaren. They're going around the outside. Shifty up into P2. This is getting close. This is getting tight. They need to stay within Kachow. If they let him pull away, it could be curtains and it could be game over because they know he's got some serious pace. They're staying with him. Yuki Bear dropping down into P8. Don't know if he's got some damage there. He's gone right around the outside there. Has he hit Aiden's Rain? We'll have to wait and see there. There's a little bit of damage on that Merc. Let's have a look. Nope, he's still got both front plates, which is really good to see. But Shifty Wizard is ready to pounce for Kachow. Let's look at the times difference to see who's the quickest driver. Quickest driver currently is Lamb on the 25.071. Then Shifty Wizard is a 25.3. Kachow's a 25.3 and Dale's a 25.4. So there is hardly anything in it. One Truth is a 25.4 at the moment. Spry, Oscar, and Aiden are 25.7, 6, and 4. So, and also Yuki. So these guys on pace and on times are extremely. There's a 10th between all of them. Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah, it's really close. Like they just keep the pace and they just bring it every single lap. And the interesting thing here is you're going to start to see the packs develop. And as the DRS goes on, you're going to see so many position changes. And that's going to make it really interesting to call.
It is.
As to who's going to be on the podium towards the end. And, further down the track, we're going to have to look at driver of the day. And given the distance that these guys are apart, a blink of an eye and you miss it, it's going to be hard not to give it to them all because they're keeping that space so good and following each other so well.
Yep. At the moment, if it was to finish like this, I would absolutely have no idea who to give it to because Kachow's doing really good, keeping out in the front. Shifty's made up some places. Bevs is pushed into P3. One Truth has done really well. We're just going to look at position changes now. Look at that. There's 3 positions. So it'd probably go to maybe Oscar or Shifty at the moment on positions. But let's see how their racecraft goes for the remainder of this race. 5 more viewers. Let's hit that big 50. Come on. Big 5-0. 45 viewers tuning in. We hit 60 earlier in Division 4. And don't let them beat you. Show them who you're made of. Show Division 2 who you're made of. LG2K getting a 3-second time penalty. Shifty looking dangerous tonight. Yes, he is, Dido. You've got one hell of a driver on there tonight. And we saw him actually do very well last season in Division 1 when he drove this track. And he's now gone for the lead. He's gone for the move. And he's out in front with 60% against Chow's 87. So not as much ERS. But he's gone from P4 to P1. Shifty Wizard is making moves. I think he wants this pole position. I've been talking to him for a while. He wants the pole position. He wants his first win. He has not got it this season. And this is the opportunity to get it. I'm not going to put a comms curse on him because he's just lost that to P2 during down there. And then again, now he's going side by side with Dale Bedford into sector 3.
Oh.
Keeps the move down, keeps it nice and tight, and keeps into P2. Still got the battle going on, but you do not want to lose too much. He's got his teammate Lamb, so his Lamb can help him at any point. Bev's doing a phenomenal job on his own there. Winless bench in the points in P14, 2.8 seconds on those medium combat tires. Keep an eye on Kamikaze. He's just about to look like to make a move on Zenitsu there for P10 on those hards, but this battle, I can't take it away from the top 5. It is all over the place. I don't know where to look. You've got Kachow in front, then Shifty, then Bevs, then Lamb, then One Truth, Oscar and Spry and Aiden and Yuki. Yuki falling all the way down to P9, was P5 before, now P9. Zenitsu's 4.2 seconds behind him. So at the moment, it's all the top 9. That's all it is.
Yep.
Top 9.
And they're doing really well. And if we take a look at the position changes, we've seen, Oscar Piastri go quali 10th, and he's up to 6th. Kamikaze started at 16th. As you know, we spoke to him at the end of Q1, and he's already up to 10th.
We got yellows.
We do have a yellow in Sector 1. It looks like 2K Goat.
Yep. He's lost it there down into P9.
2K Goat's had a bit of a moment there.
Ooh, Lamb and Bev's going around the outside. These guys have got to be really careful because they don't want to be pushing too much and then making mistakes and then giving themselves penalties, because that's what you will do. You'll put yourself into a mistake, pushing too much and push yourself off to the track. As you can see, the line they take when they're coming into that sector 3, they go onto the blue rumble strip, but they don't go too far over, still stay in. And there we go. The first person we're seeing into the pits is Oscar Piastri go onto those mediums, 11 laps, and he's going to go for the undercut there. So keep an eye out on Piastri go. Who is going to listen to that strategy and go? It looks like Zenitsu has as well. So we've got 3 guys. All Dante's gone in as well. And just want to let you know, earlier on, saw the incident with Dante. He actually lost a little bit of control and hit the back of his teammate. So drama in the kick garage tonight.
Oh, it's definitely a thing. And that goes on, to continue on from that point of confidence. When you get your confidence rattled, you haven't put the practice in, and you're not quite sure. Those little things matter. Those little things absolutely matter when you're going 280 Ks. So we'll see what happens towards the end of the race. It's unfortunate. They're in 16th and 17th at the moment, but like you said, they're both on hards. They've both pitted. Can Whiff take those hards the whole race? That's going to be a mega question.
It is.
And a struggle, but we are going to start to see these front runners, the top 10 minus Kamikaze, come into the pits probably within the next, what would you say, SJ, the next 2 laps?
I think so.
2 to 3 laps?
I'm just putting a prediction in. Will we see a safety car? Yes or no?
I was wondering that. I don't think we are.
I'm going to give it 10 minutes. There we go. Will we see a safety car? Yes or no, guys? Get your votes in. 9 seconds to go. Spry getting a 3 seconds. That's massive. In that P6 position, but we are seeing people come in. Shifty's called it. Kamikaze then goes up in a P4 on those hard compound tyres. Spry in the pits. Aiden has made, and Dale Bez, Yuki Best, they've all followed suit. So the battle is on. Question is what can Lamb do? Can Lamb put a bit of pressure on Kachow and try and get in front of him? Because at the moment he's in serious trouble because he's actually, is he out the DRS? Kachow is really pushing. You can see him burning that ERS. He's burning. The question is, can he get back into the DRS in the next part? Because this could be problems for Lamb. He does not want to be losing the DRS here. RZ2K has left the session, is out of this race. That's unfortunate for Haas. Not having the best of nights. Lamb's got that all wrong on the exit there. And he's going to be 1.4 behind. And One Truth is ready to pounce. And One Truth is going to make the move up into P2.
Takes him.
Lamb has got that all wrong in that last couple of corners. He took the exit wrong there, and he's lost the DRS to Kachow, and this was the problem in Zandvoort. They could not catch him when he was out in front.
It's the tires. It's the tires. It's the tires.
He's on the same
As
tires.
you know here, the back.
Tires.
Yeah, he's on the same tires, but it comes down to confidence in the tires, and how hard have you worked those tires? Have they cooked themselves? Are they too hot? Are they too worn?
Late on the brakes
did
there.
we just see a little bit of a squirrely
Yeah, late on the
going
brakes.
into the pits?
Yeah, he was very, very late on the brakes there. But we're going to keep an eye on him because here we go. We've got Kamikaze leading the way now on those hards. Has this hard strategy worked to a T? Oscar Piastri is going to jump both of them. Oscar Piastri in to P2.
Where are they going to come out in regards to Dale and Shifty?
No, they've lost out.
Where?
Kachow,
No, they clip him.
No, right behind. Kachow out in P5.
There it is, right into the pack.
Ooh.
Oh, he picks up a 3 second. That's unfortunate for the McLaren reserve.
Yeah, we've lost a bit of time there. Great job there from One Truth, though. P6, he's in great position here. Kamikaze leading the way. Still having to pick. Oscar Piastri 9 seconds behind him. 2.4 second gap between Bevs and Oscar Piastri. What has happened there? How come he has made so much more time on Shifty? I think because he went the lap earlier, didn't he? He's gone for the undercut earlier. He's made 2.4 seconds on P3. Look.
Yeah, and that's it. As you know, the tire degradation here is real, and the longer you stay out on the lap, when those tires start to go, if your tires start to go on turn 3, you've still got almost 80% of the track to do on going out tires. So you're going to gain time. But as we all know, Oscar Piastri his tires are going to wear down a little bit quicker. They're only going to be a couple of laps difference, but could that be the difference maker towards the end of this race?
Oh, it could be, because Kachau is in P5 at the moment. He's lost 5 spots, basically, if you're looking at his position. Because he's lost that to Bevs, he's lost that to Shifting, he's lost that to Oscar. Kamikaze needs to come into the pits. He's 7.8 seconds out in front, was 9, so he's lost 2 seconds already to Oscar.
But Kamikaze, on that note, SJ, is on 13 lap hards.
Yep.
So he's probably looking to take those another, what would you say, maybe 6 laps? 5 laps?
He's gonna
before he throws on the mediums, and then he's going to be on an absolute tear.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is on hards.
I don't think it's going to work.
And ready to end this race.
I don't think it's going to work, because if you look at how close everyone is, so there is 15 seconds, right? Or right, hang on, we go all the way down to P15, right? It's 23 seconds. So there's your pit stop. So we'll come out down in P15, right? But P14, 13, and literally to P5, they're only 10 seconds away. And then P10 to P5 to P10 is only 12. It's not a gap.
Oh, it's
not big enough.
I don't think it's going to work out well for him, but that's his strat.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to work out, but that's the strat.
He's in. He must have heard us. He must have heard us. Because that's early.
Well, these tires are done. Tires are done.
That's early. 14. That's on hards. They
They
can go a lot.
As we've seen, Dale said the fastest lap. So
there we go. Here we go. The battle
trying to bring it home for McLaren.
The battle's going to commence now. Are we going to see a double podium again, or are we going to see another podium for McLaren tonight? We saw one earlier on. He will drop down to P14. Yep, bolts, but then he's going to push through, and pushing through a pack where you've got nearly every single car from P1 down to P9 in the DRS is going to be very difficult, as we have seen here. But Dale Bibbs is 1.8 seconds behind Oscar Piastri. He is motoring. He is getting a move on, but look behind, because here comes Kachau and here comes Shifty. Kachau goes for the double and gets both of them, and Kachau gets into P2. That is a move of the night. If you've seen it, Mr. Thunderbirds, what a move there from Kachau. He did not.
That was an incredible move to hold the brakes and just. I couldn't have done that. That was an amazing move by Kachau to overtake those two at the chicane there, and I have no idea how he was managed to hold on to that and make it stick.
I've got to put that in.
As we see Zenitsu pick up another 3-second penalty, but that was definitely move of the night.
That was
so far.
Kachau, mate. If you're on TikTok,
that was impressive.
Put that in, because that was phenomenal, mate. Double overtake there. What a move, Kachau. Question is now, this is the thing for Shifty and Bevs. They need to work with Kachau to catch Piastri. That's the only way that they are going to be able to catch him. He's 2.1 seconds down the road. Yes, he's on 2 lap fresher tyres, but Kachau has got the pace. And if they can stay with him, they'll bring that gap down within 2 to 3 laps, and they'll be in the DRS.
You're absolutely
100%.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So it's all about working together, working as a team, even though we're not on teams here. But it's all about working to catch that leader. Bevs, like Kachau, he brought it down to 1.8. Now, when Kachau went for that move, it expanded out a little bit because, things change and the Constantina effect. But as we're seeing it now, it's dropping down quick. Kachau is bringing the train with him. Choo-choo, let's go up to number 1, he says.
He's bringing Shifty and Bevs, but Bevs is bringing Spry, Yuki, Lamb, One Truth, Aiden, and also Coda into it as well, because Coda is behind the back of Aiden as Raiden. So you're now bringing 10 cars into the train instead of 9. So there's one extra car that's been involved in this, and that's Coda. And if anything happens, Nitsu could get involved as well, as Coda just gets a 3-second time penalty. I spoke too soon. Aiden as Raiden looks like it's the 9th car, so there we go. What a performance by the two Alpines tonight, P8 and P9. And also the 2 Williams as well, in P3 and P7, and the 2 Mercs in P5 and P1. So some fantastic racing tonight. And look at that, Kachau is 7.5 tenths behind Oscar Piastri go already. There you go.
He's brought him in.
He's flying.
He's brought him in.
But he's burnt everything.
He's
burnt everything. He's burnt that much. He wants to get to the front of Oscar Piastri, pull away. He's burnt all of his ERS and Shifty.
But that being said, even though he's burnt his ERS, at the same time, No, he just sends it. He sends it down into turn 5 to take the lead. I can't believe he did that. But, to each their own. He does carry a lot of pace on his own. I'm surprised he didn't just wait a lap, rebuild that battery, and then send it on the back straight again. There he goes. Piastri's just passed him. Piastri's just gone. Yep.
He's brought them all in. It's actually quite a clever thing there he's done, right? He's burnt all of his ERS. He's overtaken Oscar. He's let Oscar out in front. And now look, he's gone on to none. He's going to save all of his ERS. Look behind. He's got Bibbs and Shifty. He's brought both of them in. Shifty's left his teammate Lamb 2 seconds. So if these two start slowing down, you are going to bring another 5 more cars in. So we are going to have a 9-car battle for the lead. Incredible scene. It's just basically what we watched from the beginning, and it's just re-entered the same, but they're on hards. And Kamikaze's down there in P13 at the moment, and he's trying to get past Dante. He's got no pens. Obviously, Dante's and Itsu and Koda have all got pens at the moment. Spry is on that 3 seconds. That's really unfortunate for him. Just going to look at the penalties at the moment. So yeah, all 3s currently. But yeah, Lamb, he's going to have to get a move on. He's 1.8 out of the DRS at the moment, and Kachal back out in front, and Oscar down in P2. So, and as we've seen this season, it's McLaren and Merc yet again. The battle commences, and I don't know how this is going to go. There's been a lot of drama lately with McLaren and the Merc garages. And look at that, 1 in P2, 1 in P3, followed by Shifty and Lamb. And Shifty really wants to win this. Lamb is trying to get into the back of it, but he's bringing Yuki into it. He's bringing One Truth. He's bringing Aiden as Raiden. I don't know how long it's going to be before he can try and bring them back in. Looking at the guys at the front, low on ERS. Chow's running 32, Oscar's running 38, Bevs is running 57. A lot more manageable on the ERS at the moment. Shifty Wiz are running 86. Come on, guys, 2 more viewers to get to 50. Let's go. We've got 10 laps remaining of this race. And his Lamb, he's still not within the DRS. He's still not there. He's
still 2 seconds behind. If
him.
Yuki doesn't, Yuki's got 80% battery, so it would be really surprising if Yuki doesn't take him here on the next DRS. But they should really start working together if they want to catch up to that lead pack. Because right now, with Lamb just leading the charge, they're not really making any ground. And we see a bit of a move being done by One Truth. He gives it a little sneaky look on the outside of Yuki, but isn't able to make it stick as they head into the chicane and then up to the second DRS straight. But they need to work together, those two, Yuki and Lamb, or they're just not going to reach that front. But that front pack, they're starting to drive away almost. 2.3 seconds as Yuki just gets the move done on Lamb.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a struggle to catch. There's 10 laps to go. We've seen anything happen, but it's going to take them a fair bit of hustle to catch that front 4.
Yep. And anything can happen. We can see Kachow, he's got 6 lap hards. He's now going on to 7, so he's on 2 lap pressure, and we've hit the big 50. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. 51 viewers tuning in tonight. Love to see it. Can you beat Division 4? Can you beat Division 4? Let's get to 60. Biggest record this season so far, before we go over the season break, was 73 by Division 6. Now, you would never have thought that, would you think?
Heck yeah, Div 6, bringing it in. That was awesome viewing. And yeah, shout out to everybody that watches us on Twitch. As far as Twitch goes, Twitch, throw in the chat, who do you think is going to take the top spot on the podium? We have probably seen 5 or 6 different leaders this race. Who do you think is going to be standing tall at the end?
Oh, Yuki Bear just got a 3 second. He's got it all wrong. Who's got that all wrong? One Trevor's got it all wrong.
No!
Oh, there was a bit of drama going on there. We'll have to wait and see what happened there. But Yuki's got a 3 seconds. And, well, he's going to have to go for it. He's going for the push now. He goes past Lamb. And obviously, Lamb will get back to the back of Yuki and try and push it on 2.3. Yuki's race is done and dusted. He has got 3 seconds, and he's gonna fall back.
He's gonna drop to P9.
Shifty's just ready to
Oh,
pounce.
yeah.
Shifty is just ready to pounce for the right time. The question is when? That is going to be the question. Talking about driver of the day, we're going to drop that on lap 26. So keep an eye out at the moment because I've still got no idea. I've really got no idea. I'm just going to keep looking at the time. I don't. I've got no idea.
I'm right there with you. It's been the top 4 have shown phenomenal pace the whole race, phenomenal racecraft, and they've just kind of gone away. It could literally be any of them. It could be anyone that's come up from the back. Like, there hasn't been too much argy-bargy
got
to
drama,
go
got
through.
drama. Oscar Piastri goes for the move. Sorry. Oh, we got the two. We got the two behind. Bivs and the Williams going at it. Shifty. Sorry to interrupt their Thunderbirds. The Shifty Wiz is going to have to go for a move soon. Salt chips getting 3-second time penalty. Are we going to start seeing penalties here? Shifty on 33, Dale on 56, Oscar on 54, and Kachow on 80%. They are really managing their ERS to a T here. And the question is, Oscar Piastri's tyres are now at 10 laps, and the other guys are at 9, so they're on 1 lap fresher tyres, and Kachow is on 2 lap fresher tyres than Oscar, and 1 lap fresher than Bevs and Shifty. The question is Lamb is
Oh, Lamb!
Well, that puts one True Fun there into P5 now. I think at the moment, I like Kachow.
And that moves Aiden is right.
I like Kachow as DOTD because I think that double overtake was phenomenal, and he's holding.
That was
on.
absolutely brilliant.
He is holding on. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. 2 laps.
And you know what garage I'm from, but I hate to say this. My vote at the moment. Can somebody else just say it for me? But Oscar Piastri go.
Yeah, he has done phenomenal. He has done very.
He's done a phenomenal job from P10.
I think he's going
to bring it up to P2 at the moment. What's that?
I don't think he's got the tyres on Shifty and Lamb. And Lamb is coming into it. 1.7 now. He's brought right into it. Oh, this is going to get juicy.
I mean, it's 1 lap. Juicy. If Oscar could hear us right now, it would be to go easy on your tires. Oh. You're in P2.
Yuki's
Don't push too hard and try and make him last.
Yep. Yuki's bringing Lamb to Shifty, and Lamb's bringing Yuki to Shifty. It's like everyone's bringing each other together. But look at the Alpines. They're just staying with them. They're not going anywhere. They're just staying with each other. They're doing a great job. This is the best results in Alpine with the P7 and P8. Aiden's Rain has been on great form. We've got P3, I think, a couple of weeks back. Well, it's just drama. We've got a nice little fight going on here between Haydo and Whiff around the outside there. Not the best of nights for the two TPs of Haydo and Whiff. He had some serious pace in quali, but just did not go to plan in the race. And he's on 18 lap hards compared to everyone else's 10, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, and 10.
Yeah, it was the damage on lap 5 that really wrecked a lot of people's races. And you know, you were talking about the Alpines, like, check them out, and you're not wrong. Like, if I were the Alpine engineer right now, I'd be like, steady this, boys. If we just bring it home as is right now, we're going to go up 2 spots because we've got Lamb with a pen, we've got Yuki Bear with a pen. Those 2 are going to drop down. So as it stands right now, we've got Alpine in 5-6.
Yeah, we're hearing here as well that Kachow crossed the pit lane entrance as well, exit as well. So a bit of drama there, which could lose him the position. But Oscar Piastri is really feeling the pressure now from Dale Bevs. 2.5 temps. They've got to make a move soon, these guys. They're getting very impatient. We can see here the ERS is fantastic. Kachow's got 100% in P1, Oscar on 80%, Dale on 56, Shifty on 95, Lamb on 49, who's getting very close to his teammate. And we're seeing a yellow. Who's round?
Yeah, it looks like one of the Astons is off. It looks like JDI. JDI had a bit of a moment.
He's actually underfield as well. Look at that. He's in yellow. And Haydo and Whiff are going at it again. Oh, Haydo around the outside. No.
It's got a lift and coast as JDI. Okay. And yeah, they're going at it again, are they?
Aston Martin tonight, 17th and 18th. Not the night that they want. Winless Bench doing his best in P16. Looks like he's not going to get into the points, unfortunately. So it looks like it's going to be one McLaren. So can Bevs do a big one tonight and try and take a P2 or P1 or cement this P3 as Oscar Piastri goes for the move. 4 P1 takes it from Kachow. They're going to get quite tight. This is going to get quite desperate very, very soon. We're coming up to the driver of the day. Bevs is 2.5 attempts. Kachow is now into P2. Oscar into P1. Bev Shifty into P4. Lamb is in the DRS. He's had to burn everything to try and stay with his teammate there. 16%. Now he needs to save it. Now he needs to get back into it. He's going to bring Yuki into it. And he's going to bring Aiden as Raiden and One Truth. So that puts pressure on Yuki and Lamb because they've got pens and Aiden and One Truth don't have pens. And then you've got what's going on out the front. I've got no idea how this is going to go. It's all over the place at the moment. There is 8 cars that can win this race currently.
And Shifty had a little sneaky going into the turns there in Sector 3. Had a little sneaky look on the inside of Dale, but Dale just shut the door and said, no way. It's not happening through here, mate. And I'm really surprised that Oscar Piastri took the lead when he did. I thought he would have waited a little bit longer, been a little bit more patient. But as we've seen here, it's just send it and go. We've got 4 cars. Now, it looks like the top 8 are all in DRS range going into the last laps.
Yeah, someone's got to make a difference here. Piastri now loses that P1 going into P2. Kachow now back into P1. Bev's in the P2, P3. Shifty in P4. He's been in P4 for so long. Does he make a move soon? He's going to have to start to make something. They've got the 2 Williams in P3 and P4 and P5. Shifty when he wins this race. We'll have to wait and see. Sick Party. He's got to get past Bevs and Oscar and Kachow. And that's 3 people that are very, very competitive and hard to get past. This has been a tough race for Williams. Really unfortunate for Lamb to get that penalty as well. But Shifty has done fantastic to stay behind. But Bevs, the problem here, Donabirds, is the ERS. Because everyone has got massive amounts of ERS. And if someone starts to pull away, as we're seeing, Kachow now starting to pull, Oscar on 14 laps. You know, those tyres are 15 laps. Are those tyres going to start to hurt? That's the question. 6.5 attempts. Kachow just needs to pull away and, you know, use that ERS. 40% to Oscar's 40. Dale's got 60. Shifty's got 60. Lamb's got 70. Yuki's got 70. One Truth has got 37. Aiden's Raiden's got 76. The ERS is massive at the moment. I don't know. I still don't know. But you can see from this, Kachow is trying to pull away.
Well, all of these drivers are so skilled. So when it comes to the ERS management, they've all pretty much got it down pat. It's almost a moot point. It's just about when are you going to pull the trigger. As we see Dale get a little bit squirrely going out of that chicane. But yeah, the ERS definitely plays a factor. But all of these guys, make sure they got enough in the bank to make sure it goes through smoothly on every lap. Yeah, and that's the most important factor that they have.
Dale.
And it looked...
Dale was going for the move. Dale was going for the move. Everyone's getting a little bit excited here. Shifty staying in the wings, 59%. Really needs to bide his time. Bev's got 26, Oscar 24, Kachow 42, has not been able to pull away. We are going to bring in with the driver of the day now, guys. So if you put your names in, who's your name going to be for driver of the day?
Oh, I've already said it.
All right, Piastri, go.
I think it's him.
Okay, Piastri, go.
I don't necessarily want to say it, but he's had a magnificent drive. He's up in P2. He didn't have the best quali sesh, and he's driven really well this whole race and deserves to be mentioned for sure.
And I'm going to put Kachow in there for another vote because that double overtake, and he's doing so well to pull out the front. So we're going to give it 10 minutes. There you go, guys. Get your votes in. 10 minutes to pick your driver of the day. Enjoy. So get your votes in. I'm going to put my vote in, which I'm going to say Shifty. I think Shifty's done phenomenal tonight. We've got Kachow and Piastri go. So there's your 3 votes. Let's see how we go here. Dale Bevs, 8.5 attempts, 11%. Kachow, 14%. This is all about who can maintain it. Shifty now in a P3. Oscar down into P4. Those tyres have gone. I think he's lost the tyres. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's got Yuki right behind him, a great position for Mercedes to be in, but you've got One Truth and Aiden as Raiden who are ready to pounce when the time's right, and they are really saving up some ERS, especially Aiden's Raiden. But 99% down there in P8.
It's time for him to spend it.
Yeah.
It's time for him to spend it. He's sitting at the back of this pack.
Someone's got to
And One Truth and Aiden both need to say, all right, it's time to go. Let's go.
Nice little
Let's do this, team.
Winless bench going in,
But,
getting involved in this battle here between Hado and Withmatif. Is Winless bench going to be able to get some points amongst these guys? Oh, he goes a bit wide there. That's to save it. Does he stay within there with Withmatif? He stays beside him. Oh, Withmatif goes around the outside. Winless bench tries to keep it. Withmatif holds it up there, and Winless bench stays there in P17 at the moment by Kachow. 4.5 tenths out in front, 50% on ERS.
Chow is he's starting to run away with it.
I'm going to let you take this last lap, and I'll take the last lap, as I love to take the last lap. So, over to you.
Do, mate. You do such a good job on those lappers. But as you see, Bev's just right behind Kachow, and he's actually making up time. But Kachow is harvesting his battery at the moment. And then we got Shifter right behind Bev's, and then Piastri who's losing. Oh, and Dale! Dale has done it on the second DRS straight. He's taken the lead. I don't know if that's good. He's got 65% battery. So going into the last lap, that's going to be interesting. He's just trying to stick his elbows out, make his car as wide as possible. As we see Shifty go around Kachow as well. Going into the double left-handers, this is sketchy, but these drivers are doing the best they can to bring it around. Now they're coming into lap traffic. This is going to be interesting. JD's in the pits. So here we go.
This is a
final lap. 8 cars in DRS train. Take it away, SJ.
I have just seen some amazing side-by-side action coming into Sector 3 there. Kachow and Shifty going around the outside. You can't... I don't know how you do that. I really don't know how you do that. Kachow has got 8 tenths to catch to Bevs. Bevs might have done it. He might have timed this to perfection. The question is Shifty going to be able to get to the back of Kachow? Kachow's got 40. Bevs has got 25. Remember, it's the second DRS zone that you've got to be careful here. Bevs could take the win here. Kachow is right behind him. Dale's got 11%. Kachow's got 14. Oscar, it looks like he's going to take the P3. Those tyres, he's managed to hold on. Oh, Shifty goes into the back of him. Tries to go for the switch. He's got better grip. Shifty's got better grip. He's going to get the P3. He's really, really trying. Oscar's got hardly any ERS. You need to burn it now, Shifty. You need to burn it. You need to go for the move. You've got more ERS than him. Goes around the outside of Piastri. Doesn't get the move done. Yes, he does. He's got it. He's into P3. Kachow is going to have one last ditch at Bevs. Bevs has got one more corner. Is Bevs going to take the win of this Grand Prix? It looks like he is. Kachow is trying to hold on as much as he can. He hasn't got it. Bevs is going to win. Bevs is going to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. His first win of the season. Did we go to 7 different winners, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my days. What a race there as well for Aiden as Raiden on One Truth. Yuki Bear, P7, Lamb, PA. Oh. I can't believe I've done the double.
Absolutely phenomenal racing.
Oh,
absolutely phenomenal racing. And Shifty to get that pass done on Oscar Piastri Goat on the second DRS straight. He just stuck it and hunkered down on that left-hander to say, I'm here, this is mine, and then took it through the end of Sector 3 well.
Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Will we see a safety car? No, we won't. So there we go. No safety car. Fantastic drive there from Division 2. Will we see a safety car? No, we won't. Congratulations on your points. Don't spend them all at the same time. But what a night there. Bevs, Kachow, and Shifty Wiz. Honestly, I think that is 7 different winners tonight. It is. Yep. Bev's first win of the season for McLaren. What a night for McLaren. Marzi will be over the moon. Let's see if we can get McLaren TP in here tonight. See what he's got to say. Bevs does get your driver of the day on the game, but unfortunately we did not give him that. We decided to give him something else. So we've got one new event. There we go. 17,000 go to Sick Party. Doing well with your gambling there, Sick Party. Well done, mate. And yeah, 17,000 and to Watanabe as well. So what a night. What a night of racing. Thunderbirds, can you please tell me, before we just go through the classification results, and then we'll get some interviews in, if you could try and get Bevs, Kachow, and Shifty Wizard in for an interview. And also, we're going to get Marzi and Dido and also friends if they will jump in as well, because it's the last one before the break. So if we can get those all guys in, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'll leave you that to do.
Yeah, I can give it a go. I'll get that sorted. So if you want to go ahead and
all good. All right, so there we go. Dale Bev's getting double points as well, getting the fastest lap with a 124.665. Taking pole position there, Kachow taking P2, Shifty Wizard taking P3. When is that win going to come? That's going to be the question that we're going to be asking. They're a very, very good night there for the three. Kachow really did well to hold on, but unfortunately just couldn't get Bev's at the end. He went for the move there, and only 2 DNFs, Limitless and Aussie 2K. Not the best of nights for Aston Martin there. When this bench just misses out on the points there. But a fantastic night in Division 2, I've got to say. It was breathtaking.
is it Dito? Is it Dito?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tag them if you want. If not. Right. I'll put that in because that's to join the comms box. I'll just do the podium winners. So we've got Bevs.
It's already done.
Oh, you already done it. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if they jump in. Let's see if we get these guys in. And while we're doing this, give us your thoughts to tonight. What did you think of that race?
What an amazing pair of races that we've seen with both Div 4. But I mainly want to talk about Div 2 because we've already spoken about Div 4.
Yep.
Div 2 was absolutely a phenomenal watch from start to finish. We saw the qualifying from P1 to P20 and Q1 was 1 second apart. And it just did not change from there on out. They just got closer and closer together. We saw some absolutely amazing times with a 119 taking pole here in Abu Dhabi, which blew my mind as a Div 6 driver. Nope. I'm nowhere close to that. I don't know how you feel about that, SJ. But the driving tonight was phenomenal. The skill set of these drivers to drive so close together and keep it clean was great. There was no safety car, and it was just pure strategy. This is what we're going to do at the start of the race, and if this happens, then we'll do this. There was really no if this happened. So it was really good to see. We saw some teams come through from quali all the way to the end. Williams, special mention to them. Alpine, another great showing. And it just did not disappoint from beginning to end.
No, it didn't. It was fantastic. Obviously, the 9-car DRS train we saw there tonight. We saw a lot. We saw a lot of overtakes as well, left, right, centre. It was all about patience as well, which was good to see. Just so much was going on tonight, and we're going to try and see if we can get some more people in because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get Kachow in, which is really unfortunate. So let's see if we can get Franz in. So join, see if we can get him to join the comms box. And also Dido and Marzi. It doesn't look like we're going to get them in either. So if not,
I can attest to the McLaren TPs having a bit of technical issues at the moment, so there's a chance he probably will not make it.
Okay, all good. All right, well, we're going to jump on board. We got Dido in. Oh, that's good. Cool. All right, we'll take it over. First of all, we'll go with Shifty Wizard, and I'll let you take this one, and then I'll jump in. Over to you.
Sounds good. Shifty, mate, what a race. You had a great race from start to finish. Lamb did tow you through the qualies, but you made it stick all throughout the race. And that pass you did at the end on Oscar Piastri Goat was really well done, and you hugged the outside and sat it down. How do you feel? You're on the podium. Take us through it.
Yeah, wrapped with the result there in the end. Lamb was, in our practice sessions, Lamb was definitely a lot quicker in the quali. We knew that going into the race, so there was no need for me to be in front and slow him down. That's why I was sticking behind him all those times. But in the race, yeah, my race pace was pretty solid, so we knew that also going into the race. So as long as I had a decent quali, I was going to do all right, which, yeah, ended up being the case.
Yeah, you absolutely did, and the Williams team should be really proud. I'm sure that was a really good showing for everyone involved. And as you said, Lamb did tell you through the quali, and we saw that pace in the quali, and that was fantastic. Um, there was a bit of a time for a few laps there where there's a separation of DRS, and I saw you basically gather it up and say, "Okay, no, we're going to catch this pack again," and you did. And
Yeah.
what was going through your mind when you saw them start pull away a little bit?
Yeah, no, that was the main goal, as you said there. Just try not to let that DRS of the top pack there get away. Because once they do, it's almost impossible to get back into it. So yeah, just as quick as I could, got back into it. And yeah, congratulations to Dale. Amazing drive from him. I was battling him for a lot of that race there. I'm glad he got the win. He deserves it.
Awesome. And that's right. When we see the DRS packs pull away, that's when things start to lose grip. So that was really well done on you and a great drive by you. And I'll pass you over to SJ if he's got anything for you.
Thanks, mate.
I'm going to say this. I'm driving on a completely different team, but I absolutely was cheering for you to try and win that race because you have been you've been trying so
It's
hard.
coming, mate. It's coming.
And
It's coming.
and honestly, I'm not going to obviously put it out there, but everything you've been going on through behind the scenes as well, mate, you definitely deserved that. Like, just how come you didn't go for it earlier on? We were seeing Yuki was making moves on your teammate behind. They both have the 3 seconds, so it was a little bit of a battle there. We knew that Kachow had some serious pace. He actually made the double overtake on you and Bevs to take P1, which was insane how he done that.
Impressive.
And then he was burning all of his ERS to get out in front to try and make the gap, but unfortunately he just couldn't do it. Was there any I know you don't want to send it, but sometimes you just want to try, because Bevs did. Bevs went around the outside.
Sometimes I thought about it, and sometimes I may have overshot my abilities, but it all eventuated quite well. Like, there was no serious incident or anything, I believe. So hopefully no hard feelings, boys. It was just good racing.
Are you being too cautious? Are you being like an old lady on the
I don't know. You ask the other boys that when you interview them, see if they believe I was being too cautious or not. Man, I don't think I was, but we'll see.
I've got to say, I've watched Abu Dhabi in other leagues, and there's some of the best racing I've seen in Sector 3. How the hell do you go too wide with Kachow in Sector 3, Shifty? Please tell me how you do that.
Puckered, mate, the whole corner with puckery.
And you know what I mean, because there's no room. There is no room in that Sector 3. You literally have to just time it to perfection. Mate, honestly, you got driver of the day. I think it was
beautiful.
I'm just going to look at the vote, actually, because I think it was hands down driver of the day. Yeah, 5 people against 1 for Chow, and no one voted for Piastri, unfortunately. But fantastic race, mate. How do you feel about that going into the week's break with the Melbourne Grand Prix?
Yeah, it's always good to finish off with a podium going into the break. Spewing we're having a break, but I love the racing. You know that. I love me racing, but keen to get back to it, and what's the next track? Do you know?
Melbourne. We actually watch Melbourne and come back for Melbourne, which is
let's go.
I don't know how we've done that. I don't know how we've done that, but no, honestly, congratulations on the P3. We do have your TP, and we want to have just a few words. I'll let Thunderbirds take it away, but Shifty, mate, have a great break, and well done on P3, mate. Phenomenal job.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Over to you, Thunderbirds, for Dido. Williams TP.
Dido, you have to be proud as punch right now. Williams had such a great showing here tonight in Abu Dhabi. The quali was great. The race pace was great. You've got to have a smile on your face. Is it good?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, couldn't be happier with obviously quali, and then the race. Few things didn't go exactly our way, but good points in the end.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, it's not always going to go exactly the way you want it to go, but it comes down to handling that adversity, and you guys did really well. I didn't really see you guys collect any incidents. There was an unfortunate penalty that came Lamb's way, which, the heart hurt a little bit when we saw that come through. You never want to see anyone get penalized in this game. But, yeah, what do you identify as just didn't go your way?
Oh, obviously the penalty, yeah, definitely didn't help, and I think just in that last few laps there, I think it could have gone anyway with that podium. Either one of the three could have won that. So yeah, just was more reaching, hopefully getting Shifty his first win. But yeah, maybe next week out at Melbourne, mate, we can go for that. But yeah, good points and stoked with how the boys went tonight. They did a really good job.
Yeah, and that's it. Great points for the team. And, I got to say, both drivers, they showed up tonight and they put on a good show. Like SJ was saying earlier, that madness through Sector 3 at like lap 28. Like, I think we were all, I guess the word is puckering when we saw them all go in too wide through there. And that was just a hell of a race. And, yeah, good job on the team. And I'll pass you over to SJ.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much, Thunderbirds. Dito, it's gonna happen, isn't it, for Shifty? Unfortunately, it just misses out again. Was in a very good position. Obviously, Lamb got that 3-second time penalty. Like, what's the momentum for Williams going into the season? Well, to the first break of the season, it's been a fantastic season for Williams so far. Lamb upside, up and down in a few races, probably not finished where he wants to be, but Shifty definitely pushing it all the way and pushing very, very hard. You could see tonight he was pushing hard for that P1. But would you say he was driving like a little bit of an old lady on there, not making any big decisions? Because he could have had the opportunity and Bev's decided to go for it, and unfortunately it worked out for Bev. So what can you take from this race going into Melbourne in 2 weeks? Or in a week's time?
Yeah, obviously I encourage Shifty to be cautious with that sort of thing, but as far as the momentum goes, I mean, I think last week for the overall was our best week so far. We were, I think, the highest scoring team, or at least in some divisions we were. But yeah, it's getting there, mate. It's been a rough start to the season, but we're getting there, and I believe in the team. Just getting it all firing on all cylinders is the challenge, but yeah, we're getting there, and they too, definitely Shifty and Lamb are killing it, and yeah, tonight's a good example of that for sure.
Well, honestly, I've seen some serious racing this season, and I've said it so many times. It's getting more and more and more competitive every time. And honestly, I think if we can see a TikTok on Chow or Shifty or whatever, but two wide in Sector 3, side by side, is dangerous as anything. But they just stuck to, what's the word, shit to a blanket. They didn't move away from each other, and it was just amazing to see. And yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but like some fantastic driving between, obviously.
Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah, nerve-wracking. Yeah, a bit nerve-wracking to see, obviously, as the TP, but full of confidence in Shifty there. That isn't definitely a part myself of incidents going too wide through there, so it's definitely not fun to watch when he's in a podium position. But he made it stick, and yeah, good for the stream, and good to see.
Okay, well, I've got to say, mate, you've got a phenomenal driver in Shifty, and look forward to seeing what he does when he come back from the break with Melbourne, and then it's one more. I think it's 2 races, and then it's another break for silly season. So yeah, it's a bit of a stop and a starter, but have a great break, and we look forward to seeing you in a week's time for the Melbourne Grand Prix.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Okay, Thunderbirds, over to you for Friends.
Friends, mate. You there? You with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, fantastic. So there were a couple of things. Kachow definitely had the pace tonight, and he showed that in quali and throughout the entirety of the race. But there's one thing that needs to be talked about, and kudos given, and just made us all like shock and amaze, was the double overtake heading into turn 4. Like, that was nuts. What was going through your mind when you saw that happen?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't watch the full race. I'm actually just got off of work. I'll have to go and watch it back. But the little bits that I saw was really impressed with his driving. Looking at some of his past races, he's very consistent. Um, a clean driver as well. So yeah, very happy with him at the moment.
Yeah, you should take a look. Ask for the clip from him. It was nuts. It was caught on the stream, and yeah, it was definitely something to watch. I think it was around lap 14. But yeah, he definitely had a great drive out there and brought the pace, and definitely a driver to be proud of. And that's got to make you feel good as a TP going into the break weekend that you got a podium and here in Div 2.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, mate.
All right, thanks, SJ. Over to you, Matt.
Yeah, obviously you've got a driver there in Kachau. Obviously he's been fantastic since he started. Obviously, like we said earlier on, made some fantastic moves, especially the two wide in sector 3. What's Ferrari's momentum going like into the break now? Obviously, some opportunities for Kachau to really push on and take it to these guys at the top and for the championship, or is it just gaining points for Ferrari at the moment?
At the moment, the focus is just scoring as much points as we can. That's what I've been telling the boys. We're currently chasing that P3 because it's probably the most realistic at the moment. Because the gap to P3 in the standings is pretty close between quite a few teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Merck and McLaren's running away with it at the moment. But yeah, we won't count us out yet. We'll regroup and then come back stronger after the break.
Yeah, it's a nice little fight between Red Bull, yourselves, and Aston. You know, you two were joint on the same points 2 weeks in a row, nearly. Obviously, things have changed this
Yeah.
week. But the momentum going in with what you've got with Kachau, and we've seen, you know, what you're capable in other areas with Garrus, well, Jono as well in Division 1, who's doing a phenomenal job and is actually now taking it to Alpha Gully. So you've got to be happy going into the week's break with how your team's performing across all the 4 divisions. And Banglabar tonight as well, very unfortunate, but had some serious pace. And obviously I'm a bit scared because it looks like he's going to be very, very quick in Abu Dhabi tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's definitely his favorite track from what he told me.
I thought so.
I think Division 4, Division 5 is looking pretty strong for us as well. I think if Mudpack has the pace to be up there as well with Banglabai. But yeah, it's the one. I think it's 1, 2, and 4 at the moment where we are pretty strong and big points have been coming in. I think Division 6 as well. There is a lot of potential there. We just need to, clean up the driving a bit, and the points will come. But yeah, and then Division 3, I've got one seat to fill there, but hopefully we can sort that out after silly season.
Yeah, no, obviously some big moves can happen in there. You can let Bangla know that I won Abu Dhabi last season, so tell him to watch out.
Yeah, no, we'll.
Anyway, on that note, thanks for jumping in on behalf of Kachau. Have a great break and enjoy the Melbourne Grand Prix.
Awesome. Thank you, mate.
Okay, and we'll take it to our last one of the night. We've got 2 interviews left, which is we've got Bivs and we've got his engineer in Panic. So, Thunderbirds, I'll let you take it away with the Bevmeister.
Let's go! Great race. Great race, Bevs. And
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
like, I believe that's your first race win of the season. Is that right?
Yeah. Finally, the bride instead of the bridesmaids, which is nice.
That's it. So take us through. Like, you were trailing. You didn't lead for much of that race, and I may know a little bit. Like, I know you're a very patient driver, and I know you pick and choose your points. You're very smart with your overtakes. Was that kind of the goal, to let those boys lead and set the pace, and you just stick with them and hold that battery out and take the overtake towards the end?
Yeah, obviously I saw Oscar pit a lap earlier, so I had to follow him in because I know how strong the undercut can be. So when I went and followed him in, I had to obviously burn a fair bit of the tyres early on in the stint. So being able to sit behind and sort of decide when I want to go, rather than burning up the tyres, seemed to obviously pay off. Especially with that final battle in the second last lap, where there was, I don't know what happened, but I ended up with a near 1 second gap. So it all just seemed to work out pretty well in the end.
Yeah, it absolutely did. And like, I gotta say, mate, your racecraft tonight, all of you guys, racecraft tonight was very good. How you guys can manage to stay so close to each other and not leave too much car parts on the track. That's really impressive. I'm proud as punch for you, man. Like, it's, a win for McLaren. First win of the season for you, going into the break, and then next comes Australia after we all watched the Australian GP. Are you looking forward to the break and then hitting that same track?
Yeah, the break should be good. Might do us all some good, I think. But yeah, I think this race shows the potential of Div 2. We've obviously had a bit of a scrappy first 7 rounds, but I think this race sort of showed the potential. I think the group at the front ended up with about 8 or 9 cars, and testament to the boys. It was pretty clean, pretty fair, pretty firm. It was, in my opinion, one of the best races of the season, both as a result, but just out of an enjoyment standpoint.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Like, you guys definitely put on a show. It was the top 8 or 9 cars, like you said, all within DRS on the last lap. On the last lap, from the beginning to the end. It was such a close race. It was so exciting to watch and commentate. There were so many different position changes to talk about. There were a couple incidents at the back of the pack. But yeah, this break coming up is going to be good. And, Australia is going to be a fun track to be at. I'm pretty sure it's a track many of us know and race quite a bit. Whether or not you enjoy it, that's a different story. But good luck to you out there. And SJ, if you got anything for Bevs?
Of course, always. Bevs, mate, what a night. Taking the P1 wasn't easy though. It wasn't easy. Unfortunately, you had no roller tonight, which was a shame. Obviously, probably roller will be a little bit disappointed. Some big points dropped there, and Windlass did his best as he could. So the spotlight was on you. How did you find it following Kachow and Shifty most of this race tonight, and obviously Piastri go as well, because you've just got to time your braking points at this track, because if you don't, you lose a front wing very easily, or any part of that wing.
Yeah, I had full confidence in the group at the front. I mean, obviously I've raced with a few of them for a fair while, and Kachow is obviously relatively newer in sort of the group, but he's got the pace, so I had pretty strong confidence driving around them. We after a few laps we seemed to kind of have the groove down, but yeah, it was pretty great from start to finish, I thought.
Yeah, entertainment values, mate. Fantastic. Like we said, we saw Shifty and Kachow go side by side in Sector 3, and then we saw you go for the last ditch. Did you know what you were planning to do? Obviously, we will be talking to your engineer in a second, but did you know that what you wanted to do? Because he tried to pull away. He tried to make the break, but it just didn't work. And he did get the double overtake, which was phenomenal. We don't know how that was done. But he got Shifty and you, I think, on lap 14, and then managed to try and gap out in front. But unfortunately, you just can't when you've got 2 quick guys right behind you.
Yeah, so he did end up gapping us after the chase. He gapped Shifty, but because I was able to charge in the 3rd sector, I was able to catch back up in the 2 DRS straights. Otherwise, he probably would have run off with it.
Yeah, well, not much more to say apart from a fantastic end before we go into the break week. How do you feel your performances have gone this season so far? This is I cannot believe I'm saying this. This is the 7th different winner this season in Division 2. What does that look like to you in your head?
It looks like Yuki's showing off with 2 wins, to be honest. But overall, I think my results have been pretty good. Of my 7 races, I believe I've had all of them inside the top 10. Well, 8 now. 8 all within the top 10, which is good. I try to be consistent and just get points. So, yeah, I feel like the season's been going pretty well so far. So hopefully we can just continue that after the break. But I guess we'll find out.
And the last question I'm going to ask you, Bev, is what's the difference between last season and this season? Because you dominated from start to finish near the end, and then Kalki got new breaks, and they'll thank Squash Josh for that. And then all of a sudden, he then started to just pull away and win every single race near the end of the season. So the difference between last season to this season, in your head, what do you feel?
I just feel like the guys, everyone's kind of improved. Obviously, they're putting in the work behind the scenes, practicing, doing what they need to do to get quicker. I haven't really been doing anything differently, so I think the consistency is kind of paying off for me. I finally found some form in quali, thanks to a tip from Kamikaze, which was good. And shout out to my boy Hato as well tonight, because the man just loved following me around the entire quali session. So he's an honorary McLaren tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. It was interesting to see. Unfortunately, it didn't go to plan for him tonight. But obviously, we decided to keep you in Division 2, and I think it's the right decision, because from the results of what we've seen, yes, you're consistent, but you've not won every single race, and this is your first race of the season, and what a race to win it. I can't believe, like I said, we're saying there's 7 different winners that have won 7 different races, and we're only coming up to round 9 next. So there's plenty more races to go. Do you feel that the championship is extremely tight between the top 3, or just between everyone? Do you believe that anyone at the blue can win it? How do you feel it's going at the moment in Division 2 for the championship? Or is it too early to say?
I think it's too early to say. Obviously, there's 20 odd rounds or something, isn't there? Yeah, 19 rounds. We're a little bit under halfway. Obviously, the standings are pretty close at the top. I believe anyone can still win it, to be honest. A few bad rounds and a few good rounds from the others could pole vault them up the order. So I still think there's plenty of time left for things to change. But regardless of how the championship's going, I think any driver on the grid can probably win a race.
One more question. Is this a statement tonight to Mercedes that McLaren aren't going anywhere?
I don't think we've gone anywhere, to be honest. I think we were always here. Just it's taken us a bit of time to get out of the shadows.
Well, Div 4 tonight was 2 and 3, and obviously you tonight and 1. So yeah, it's a good night for McLaren tonight, and obviously we've seen Mercedes dominating in the overalls. Do you think it's still unreachable now, because it is a big gap? But do you think that the Mercedes can make mistakes and McLaren can grab them?
Of course, we saw it tonight with Div 4 with Dynasty Sparrow. So I mean, anything's possible. One race where I mean, that race exactly is the point to point out. McLaren finished 2nd and 3rd, and Mercedes had a DNF. So there was a bit of a swing tonight in at least Div 4. I don't know how the points stack up tonight, because obviously I was the only McLaren in the points, but the other 2 Mercedes are pretty close. So I think there's still plenty of time left in the season, and if we sort of put it all together, we should have a fairly good result.
Well, awesome. Well, congratulations on the win, mate. Fantastic win. Your first win of the season. Beavs, mate, if you're going to Melbourne, enjoy the Grand Prix and enjoy the break, and we will see you back for round number 9 at Melbourne.
Cheers, mate.
All right, Beavs. All right, Thunderbirds, we'll go over to the last one, and we'll go to the Engineer of Panic. Over to you.
Panic. You got to be feeling great, mate. You finished your race in P3, engineered by yours truly here. And then now you've engineered Bevs into P1. How does it feel? You got to be having a great night.
I have had a great night. Thank you, boys. It's been awesome. So, yeah, you've done a great job engineering me and Evil. That was awesome. P2 and P3. I probably did a better job. They'll finish P1. I'll take some credit for that. Nah, I'm joking. That you can't say anything to Bevs. I mean,
That's why we saw the sun's coming in.
He's pretty much engineering me while he's racing. The bloke knows what he's doing. He's calm, cool, collected like a cucumber. He's just done a phenomenal job tonight. So yeah.
Yeah, he is a driver that he just knows it. If that's a good way of putting it, he knows what, when, how, and where to take it. So he is easy to engineer for. I'll say that much. It's just about giving race updates to him, I reckon. But yeah, it's definitely a good night for McLaren across the board in Div 4 and in Div 2. Congratulations on your finish and the engineering. Did you run into any challenges? Did everything go according to plan?
We did at the start. So obviously because there was for quite a long time top 9 went DRS, and that was like who's gonna make the first mistake, pretty much. When Oscar went to the pits first, we discussed it for a short period of time, and like we have to react to Oscar because I know the undercut is powerful here. Depending where you get out in the grid, it's very powerful. So we reacted to that as soon as we could, which was good actually. It worked out to be quite good for us.
Yeah, that's just it, man. And that, like you said, the undercut here in Abu Dhabi is so powerful. Like we saw it, Oscar and Bevs just came out, and it was just so much faster. The unfortunate thing is the tire management. It comes down to a bit of an issue and a bit of more care to take care of those older tires towards the end of the race. But Bevs did a phenomenal job. And yeah, you guys definitely got to be proud going into the break. Congratulations, and go McLaren.
Cheers, mate. Look, the only reason I'm here is because Marzi can't attend the Discord. He's having some technical issues, obviously, with that storm up there in Gold Coast.
Yep.
So shout out to the TP, mate. We've done it. We've done it for you because you couldn't be here. So this one is for you, I guess.
Drinks up. All right, SJ, what have you got for the man they call Panic?
Yeah, well, it's McLaren's night tonight, isn't it? Obviously P2 and P3 and Div 4 and P1 for Bivs tonight. What was the plan and the strategy tonight? Obviously, knew that Roller was out tonight, which was obviously a big loss. And we know that Windless is a new driver coming from Div 3, so it was a bit of a jump for him tonight. What was the plan overall for McLaren?
We tried to tow each other, obviously, to try and get. We knew that Bevs was going to be much quicker. He was pretty quick in quali, so we just tried to tow each other as much as we could. Windless got out of Q1. Fortunate for him, he just tried to finish the race and get some sort of points in. The boys are just a little bit too quick for him for this division. And Bevs, the plan was just stay in the DRS, don't lose the DRS, hang in there until we get to the second stint and then try and do something, which he did. He's done a great job. That overtake on the second last lap. No, I was just too extreme. Usually that's what the position you want to be in. You don't want to be in P1 coming to the last lap, but it worked out great for him. He had a plan, he executed it, and Shifty battling with Kachow there. That really gave us that break.
So there was a big strategy from your end going through to Bivs of telling him what to do on that last lap, because we could see there that.
That was all him, mate. I can't take nothing from it. That was all him last lap, mate. That was all him.
Engineer takes
no. He said No, all he said is I gotta do something different, and that was it. That's all the info I got, and he just sent it, and he went for it. So that was all him, mate.
I'm going to ask the same question I asked Bevs. We've seen a lot of promotion going on lately between the Merc and the McLaren. Obviously, they've got strong. They've got positives and negatives in each team. Do you believe tonight is a bit of a statement to Mercedes, because Mercedes have been extremely strong? We've seen a very, very strong pairing of obviously Kalki and Yuki reserving up. We've seen Alpha Gully do very, very well in Division 1. We've then seen Lucas now getting involved. We've then seen Bivs and Roller being very dominating, being at the top. We've now then seen the change of Yuki from Haas to Merck and butting in there with Piastri go. And then obviously you and Blade that have struggled in that Division 4 area in some areas. So are we seeing a statement from McLaren moving forward?
Well, coming into this season, I knew that I was going to struggle in Div 4 personally at the beginning of this season, and they are actually that's the actual division that they're smashing us by a lot in Div 4. That's Dynasty and Pep done a great job this season so far. So we just so we have to put our boots up and just go for it. We need to bring it to Div 4. It's the Div 4 is the main division they are killing us at the moment.
Okay.
So trying to put a statement for Div 4 and that we need to bring up points to stay closer to them in the constructors.
Okay.
But Yuki, great signing by Mercedes. Mm-hmm. That's a great signing for them. I mean, he's the quickest guy in Haas, and he's a great signing for them. So he's going to bring a lot of points there.
And how do you feel that Division 5 and 6 are going to go for the rest of the week?
Well, providing that you are in Div 5, I think you're going to do quite well tomorrow, and for Thunder as well. I think he has a great shot to on Tuesday to go for that podium as well. There's Edge and there's other drivers, but he's got the pace here. So I think you guys should do it quite well. And maybe we can close the gap to Mercedes this week before we go on a break.
What do you think? The last question I've got for you before we wrap it up is, what do you think that McLaren can do to pull in the gap on Mercedes? What do you think is something that McLaren need to do across all divisions?
Look, I think it's just been a bit unfortunate. We're doing everything good within the team. The team atmosphere is awesome. No one wants to lead this team. It's been phenomenal. I think that all we have to do is just concentrate and bring it in point by point, week by week, trying to get a little bit closer. We had in the second half of the season, and you never know what's going to happen down the track. I think the second half of the season is going to be much more competitive. And I think we can close the gap just, being consistent, doing what we did, for example, tonight. Just be consistent, try to, get at least one position ahead of them to try to close that gap coming towards the end of the season.
Yep, well said. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Panic, mate. Thank you very much for engineering and doing all you do, jumping in and supporting the stream and jumping in and supporting the drivers as well and engineering Bevs tonight. You'll obviously be... You'll say that I'm responsible for you getting that P1, even though the Bevs is probably responsible for getting that P1.
100% he is, mate. 100%. He is the GOAT.
But no, thanks for everything, and have a great break. And if you are going to the Melbourne Grand Prix, have a blast, mate, and we'll see you in round 9.
Definitely will. Thank you, guys. Great comms tonight, as usual. Well done, and we'll see you after the break. Thank you.
Thank you, Panic. Have a good night, mate.
Okay, Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds. What a night of racing. Division 4
mate, what
and
a night.
Division 2. I don't know what to say about Division 2. Just absolutely epic from start to finish. A 9-car train. Could have been 10, unfortunately, if they didn't have the penalty. Just insane to see. I want to see more cars. I want to see more cars in the DRS. The grid, the quali, so close throughout everything tonight. We saw someone completely lead it differently in Q1 to Q2 to Q3. We saw the drama of the kicks going out tonight early on. We saw one of the drivers accidentally hit their own teammates, and then we saw the craziness of Kachao going for a double overtake. We saw the craziness of shifting Kachao go toe-to-toe in Sector 3, which is like 50-50 if you live or die. Like everything.
That was a breathtaking maneuver through Sector 3. And you're right. I think Division 2 here at Rush Racing League is one of the most competitive we have. It definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat. There was not a clear front winner that whole race, that whole quali. you just didn't know what was going to happen. And like you said, Q1 was different, Q2 was different, Q3 was different. The race, like it just changed so much, the landscape. There were no incidents to really, bring out a safety car. There was a VSC at one point, but I think that lasted all of 30 seconds, if that, and then they were back to racing. Couple of minors in the back of the pack, but definitely what a night of racing. Did the league proud, and great night for McLaren with the P1. Congratulations to Shifty and Kachow with very strong races, and Williams and both Mercedes as well, finishing up towards the top. It was a great night of racing, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely some real big points tonight. And yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Division 2, Division 4 are on a break now, and we will not see them until round number 9, which we come back to Melbourne, even though that's on this weekend. Just want to say a few shout outs as well before I go and wrap it up. Thunderbirds, thank you very much for jumping in. This is your second time in the comms box, mate. Done a phenomenal job. Really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you jump in more often.
Yeah, just let me know, and if I can, I will.
Nicely done. And
I enjoy
then
it.
we're going to go to the driver of the day. Congratulations to Shifty Wizard for driver of the day. For him, and also thank you very much for the hype train as well from Panic, for the resub from Dynasty, for the follow from Rapid Clappy, for Madison MCT, Mick Dogs as well, and also customer relations for the resub. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for your support. With 8 rounds of racing, there is more racing to go, but you will not hear from me until I come back from round number 9, which will be for Division 1, which is, I think it's at Abu Dhabi. I think, or am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. What's it? Let's have a look when it's back for Division 1. Let me just double check. Division 1. Yeah, they're back at Abu Dhabi. I am right. They are back at Abu Dhabi. So they come back. We've just finished it, and they come back and race it. So that's when you'll see us there. We'll be back for Division 1. That's when you'll see me on the 22nd of March. That's when we'll be back for Abu Dhabi on the Saturday. It's been a very interesting season. Great to see newcomers coming to it. Great to see new drivers, reserves getting involved. Remember, put your name down, get involved, join the Discord, join the Twitch, join all the socials, TikTok. I've had 48 messages on TikTok since I've been streaming. It's been insane tonight. It's just gone off like
That's
a
awesome.
bang. And I've loved every minute of it, and I love doing the comms, love doing the double, even though it was a hard one tonight. But obviously, it's Division 5's turn next tomorrow night. You will not see me in the comms box until Division 1. So thank you ever so much to everyone from all the staff, the Division 2 manager in Plugger, the Division 4 manager in Watanabe, all the comms of Rekus, Dido, Thunderbirds, myself, everyone, all the directors and all the drivers and all the reserves and all the TPs as well. Everyone keep safe if you are involved in the cyclone. And if you are going to the Melbourne Grand Prix, have an absolutely amazing time. I'm sure it's going to be a blast. I'm sure that people cannot wait to see some Formula One and see how Lewis Hamilton's going to go. Liam Lawson in the Red Bull. It's going to be
Wearing red.
I know. You can't believe it, can you?
So weird.
But we have had an absolute blast tonight. I know the stream's gone on for a bit longer than expected. Remember to get on board our YouTube. These videos go straight to YouTube now. We want to get you involved in that because Twitch have made it very, very difficult for us to save videos. So they don't save on Twitch anymore. They just disappear. So we are keeping all of our videos on YouTube and we are saving them on YouTube. So please follow us on YouTube, www.youtube Rush Racing League 08. Please get amongst it. The link is in the comments. Yeah, that's it from us. Big up to our main sponsor, AI369. Still waiting for that launch date. Shouldn't be far away. We may hear more when we come back for round number 9. But until then, keep an eye on it. And also, if you want to get any sim gear while you're on holiday or while having a break week, then feel free to get on board Pagnian. They've got all of their sponsors on there as well, suppliers, sorry, of Moser, Next Level, and Track Racer as well. So get amongst it. And then also you've got SimLab as well. They do pedals and cockpits. So if you want real high class pedals, then they are the people to go for. And then the last one, if you are a New Zealand only or are a Kiwi, like myself, half Kiwi, half British. I'm actually British, but I live in New Zealand. Then feel free to jump on board Speed Nation and get amongst that. But until then, we will see you very soon. And a quote before I go, before I let Thunderbirds say, thank you very much, Thunderbirds, for jumping in tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast. And I look forward to doing it again. It's always good fun. And what a race. So good way to end the night.
Great way to end the break. And it's going to be very exciting when we come back at round 9. But before we go, that is 7 different winners, ladies and gentlemen, that have won Division 2. And I'm going to name those names for you because it's massive. Sem, Darkin, Inc., Yuki, Woodley, Kachow, and Mr. Dale Bibbs. They are all your winners that have won all these rounds. Will there be an 8th winner in Melbourne? Good night and have a great break. Take care.